the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Powered by Air Transat.
Let me read you this headline. Are you sitting?
Yes.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Put your hands over your mouth. I'm just going to prep you for the position that you're going to be in after I read you this headline.
Okay.
Okay, so close your eyes.
Yeah.
Put your hands over your mouth.
Okay.
Okay. A woman went to the hospital with an eye infection, and it turned out that she had bees living in her eye, feeding off her tears.
Oh my God!
I told you to put your hand over your mouth.
That's gross and sad at the same time.
Oh, it gets sadder. It gets even more sad.
Oh, it does?
Oh, please. So this.
How sad you got to be the bees want your tears.
Can I tell you though how she got them?
Yes.
Okay. So these particular bees nest near graves and in areas with fallen trees. And the woman, they think, got the bees in her eyes when she was visiting and tidying up a relative's grave with her family when she was squatting down pulling weeds.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
Right? I told you it got more sad.
Oh, no.
They're called sweat bees, and they're attracted to perspiration and have a tendency to land on humans to obtain moisture and salts from their sweat or their tears. So they're these tiny little bees, and she had swollen eyes and they were itchy, and then the doctor sort of went in and saw legs and pulled out these little tiny bees out of her eye that were feeding in her tear ducts.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Right? She had eye bees.
Oh, no.
That's just like...
So I don't know what's worse is if the grossness of the story or the sadness of the story. Like which one outweighs the other?
Right. Well, I'll tell you, it's like...
I think the sadness of the story of the whole situation, I think, outweighs the fact that she had bees in her eyes eating her tears.
But also, if I found out that I had bees in my eyes, the first thing I would do is cry. But if I did that, I'm giving them exactly what they want.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Buffet, right? Like...
They're basically at the Mandarin of tears.
Thank you.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So, Game of Thrones are releasing a Game of Thrones album. Because yesterday you were talking about how the producers of Game of Thrones went to The Weeknd and asked them to do a song for Game of Thrones. And we were sitting here racking our brains on where a Weeknd song would fit into Game of Thrones, like in the actual show.
Yeah. And it's not just The Weeknd. They asked him to do the song, and they were totally cool with him getting SZA and Travis Scott to be a part of the song as well.
Yeah, so they've gone to SZA, Travis Scott, The Weeknd, The National, Mumford & Sons, The Lumineers, Maren Morris, A$AP Rocky, Lil Peep, Ellie Goulding, Matt Bellamy, and Muse to all do songs, I guess, inspired by Game of Thrones that are not going to appear in Game of Thrones. They're going to be on a Game of Thrones inspired album. But are they singing about Game of Thrones? Hey, Maury, come in here for a second.
Yeah, that's real interesting. I don't know.
Because Game of Thrones is very confusing. Right? Like, I don't know how you write a song inspired by Game of Thrones.
You gotta write about dragons and stuff?
It's like, I don't know.
It's Game of Thrones that has dragons. I've never seen an episode.
You've never seen it either.
No.
Yeah, but for me, it would be very difficult to write a song about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Very difficult.
No idea. I mean, how hard could it be, though?
to write a song about Game of Thrones?
Well, they did Puff the Magic Dragon.
I don't know if it's the same kind of dragon in Game of Thrones. I assume.
It's a dragon.
Okay, here, hold on now. Here, okay, so SZA, the SZA rap?
SZA? No,
Yeah.
she sings.
Oh, she sings. Travis Scott, he raps, right?
Yeah, of course.
So you know there's going to be rap on here. Maury, how long would it take you to... You ever seen Game of Thrones?
No, but I
Never.
sat in the chair once.
Okay, but you've never actually seen an episode of Game of Thrones?
No, why would
You don't
I?
know who
The
Jamie
chair.
Lannister
You mean
is?
the throne?
Yeah, thank you.
It was at the LCBO once. I took a picture.
It's not called Game of Chairs.
Could you... How long would it take you to put something together, a rap for Game of Thrones?
Oh, can you give me like 3 minutes?
We'll give you... Well, geez. Okay, yeah. To learn everything there is to know about Game of Thrones and write a song about it? Yeah, we can give you 3 minutes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, boy.
So HBO is releasing a Game of Thrones album, and the story was yesterday that the producers went to the Weeknd, and then he hooked up with SZA and Travis Scott, and they were going to do a song for Game of Thrones, and we were like, God, how does that fit into to Game of Thrones? Like, it would be so weird to put a contemporary song in Game of Thrones. But what they're doing is they're releasing an album inspired by Game of Thrones. So they've gone to The Weeknd, The National, Mumford & Sons, Lumineers, Maren Morris, A$AP Rocky, Lil Peep, Ellie Goulding, so on and so forth. Maury, who has never seen Game of Thrones. Mocha, you have never seen Game of Thrones.
Never.
You don't understand Game of Thrones.
And I've seen every episode, and I still don't understand Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is very confusing, so I don't know how you write a song to sort of capture the essence of Game of Thrones. Maury, you had 3.5 minutes to learn everything there was to know about Game of Thrones and then write a song about it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it a rap? Is it a song? What do you need?
I did it as sort of like a rap form.
Okay.
We're calling it a Game of Thrones State of Mind.
Okay. So you
Not
need...
even a laugh for that? That's a great title.
That's fair. Is it, though? So what do you need, a beat?
Yes.
Okay. So...
No.
Hold on.
Yeah. Ayo, my dragons, it's time. It's time, my dragons. My dragons begin. Take a blood test. This show has some incest. It was hardly dark, thanks to a dude named Stark. Will anyone ever be crowned? You know it'll never be the Hound. Is this place even on Earth? Let's ask Seaworth. Let's carry on without Dandelion. I never die, cause it ain't time to say bye. That's a tear for my ear. No, my eye. I read it as ear, but it's eye. Time to hitch up your wagon. I think of dragons when I'm in a Game of Thrones state of mind. In a Game of Thrones state of mind. What more could you ask for? The Barathon's cold. You complain about winter. It's more painful than a splinter. I'm rapping for the snake. I'm almost as good as Drake. Confusion, white, beard, like a unicorn. Boy, I tell ya, so many people to mourn. Amen.
Amen? What?
Just happened.
Did you just end your rap with amen?
You were not even on beat, not even close.
I didn't need a beat. That's how good I am.
He's right about the incest, though.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Tanya, it's Roz and Mocha. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Hello, Tanya.
Tanya texted us yesterday, and I saved it and just said, why aren't you asking people who their favorite is today?
Oh.
So I just thought So I just thought I'd spring the question on you right away and not give you a chance to really think about it. But clearly, you've already thought about it forever ago and had your answer.
Yeah, of course. I listen to you guys every morning.
Oh, well, thank you. Where do you listen from?
Oh, Toronto.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
All right. Well, that's...
Listen, I really appreciate it. I would like to know why I'm your favorite. Mocha always asks.
I don't know.
You can say looks. I'm okay with that. It's looks.
Thank you for calling. It's great to hear from you.
It's looks.
Is it Roz's looks?
It's
It is.
Yeah, it is. I can tell.
Hold on a second, Tanya. Are you Are you like either married or you got a boyfriend?
I'm very married. My husband's right next to me.
Oh, that's why you don't want to answer. Okay. I see. That's okay. That's all right.
Oh, we get you. We'll keep this quiet.
You're going to have a lot of questions to answer as soon as you get off the phone with us to your husband.
Yeah, she's like, I can tell what she's doing right now, which is like her finger is on the volume button, just turning this down in her ear to the absolute lowest so she can barely hear us.
And your face is probably like...
You got it.
Your face is probably like super
Look at she's
red
speaking
right now.
in code, right?
Yeah.
Are you speaking in code right now?
I'm just speaking very little.
Yeah, very little. Yeah.
I love it. Well, Tanya, listen, thank you very much for hanging out with us today. Thank you for listening to the Roz Mocha Show, and thank you for your text.
No, thank you for calling. It's great to hear from you.
Of course. like it's a business call, right? I love it.
Now say, yeah, I will for sure look into that.
I will for sure look into that and get back to you via email.
Right, there you go.
All right, love you, Tanya.
All right, you too. Bye.
She wouldn't even say I love you right back.
It's a business call.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Would you say that your life as a dog owner has contributed to your happiness?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
And then the next question comes, who's happier as pet owners, dog owners or cat owners?
Ooh. I'm going to say dog owners because from what I know from cat owners is that cats don't care about you.
Right.
And they do everything they can to ignore you.
Okay.
Except when it's convenient for them.
So when it comes to happiness, pet owners and non-pet owners seems like they are equally happy.
Sure.
But when it comes to dog owners versus cat owners, there is a huge difference.
Okay. Tell me.
So first of all, nearly 6 in 10 households have at least one pet. So let's just get that out of the way. A lot of people have pets. And when you break down the data by type, cats, dogs, or both, there is a stunning divide. Dog owners are about twice as likely as cat owners to say that they're happy, and with people owning both falling somewhere in between. So dog people, in other words, are slightly happier than those without pets. Okay, so yes, having a dog does make you generally happier than other people. Now,
But
people with cats, on the other hand, they say are significantly less happy than people without pets.
because you want to snuggle with your cat, you want to spend time with your cat, but your cat has like zero time for you.
That's not true, though.
Right?
Like, it's just not
Think about
true.
dog owners, though. You can actually take them outside. You go to the dog park, you get hit on by people because you're a hot dude with a dog.
That would make me so unhappy. The pain in the ass that comes with owning a dog. I understand there's rewards, right?
Sure.
There's rewards.
The companionship.
But when you are alone, when you live alone and you have a dog and you have the flu, your life is terrible.
Why?
Because you got to take the dog out of the house when you get a fever.
Yeah, but you can call a dog by its name. It comes over. A cat, you have to shake something.
No, it's the same thing. But I disagree with the affection thing. Like, my cats are, well, two of my... One of my cats is extremely affectionate. Okay?
What about the other two?
Well, no, it's the other cat. See, cats do different things. Like, I have one cat that wants nothing to do with me throughout the entire day. But every single night I go to bed, I go up the stairs and I go like this. Like that. And then Pickles comes running.
Yeah.
I get into bed. She jumps on the bed. She lays across my feet and is there until I wake up in the morning. Right? Like, she puts her head on my feet, puts her arms across my legs, and just rests her head on me. And I don't move and she doesn't move. And we sleep like that until morning. Right? So for me, that's affection. And then sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night because she's eating my hair. Okay? But also
affection.
Also affection. But does that lead to general happiness? I don't enjoy waking up, having something sitting on my pillow, chewing on my hair. Right? But she enjoys it.
As long as she's happy.
Right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, have you signed up for the Air Transat Kids Club yet? If not, you're going to want to do this because it is free. So why wouldn't you sign up, especially if you got kids between the ages of 2 and 11? Free.
So what is Kids Club? That's the question, because we signed our kid up for it, and you get free seat selection for members on your round trip. There's a dedicated check-in counter because traveling with a kid is often very difficult. You got the kid, you got the luggage, you got everything else. So you go to the dedicated check-in counter. That helps incredibly for speedier service. And then pre-boarding, Mocha.
Oh,
we talk
huge,
about this all
right?
the time.
Yeah.
Yes. Pre-boarding is so huge. That's what you get when you sign up your kids to Kids Club.
Onboard surprises to make travel fun, priority baggage handling, stroller gate delivery service, which again, another big deal. And right now, when you sign up, you'll get entered to win an exciting family vacation. Visit airtransat.com Kids Club to learn more.
All right. Mocha, you want to take a phone call?
Yes.
All right.
All right, it's Roz Mocha. Who's this?
It's Amanda.
So we saw your tweet, which reads this. My Uber driver asked me who my favorite was, Roz or Mocha. And I felt just as much pressure answering as I would if they asked me themselves. Now, Amanda, the reason why I asked you to call us is because you didn't even say what your answer was.
I know. It was a tough decision. I still can't decide. I'm very torn.
Okay, so you were listening to Kiss in the Uber.
Yeah.
And your Uber driver also listens to Kiss 92.5.
Yeah, every day we both listen.
Okay. So, what did your Uber driver say? What is what's her decision?
She was also torn. We both originally went Mocha.
Oh.
You know, the laugh, the funny. But I love Roz's attitude.
Yeah.
Because he's an attitude like me, the smart-ass kind of attitude, just also kind of bitter.
Okay. You're great. You know,
yeah.
Not once has anybody, I swear to God, Amanda, not once has anyone ever said, Roz is my favorite because he's a good dad. You know, anybody who ever picks me is I like Roz because he's a bit of a
Yeah, well, I share that college with you. That's why.
Nobody has ever said anything other than that.
Roz, you're my favorite because you're a good dad.
Yeah, thanks, Mocha. It means a lot.
Okay, so let's get this answer definitive. Amanda, because you've been listening to the Roz and Mocha Show for how long?
Oh, a long time. I don't even know.
Yeah, because you tweet us all the time. So
yeah,
the Roz and Mocha Show has been on the radio for almost 10 years now.
Yeah, I've probably been listening for about 10 years.
Okay. In the 10 years that you've listened, you've come to the conclusion that between Roz and Mocha, your favorite is?
I think I'm going to have to go with... Oh, man. So much pressure. I think Mocha.
Oh. I don't like losing these ones. I don't like losing to the people who've been listening forever. It really hurts. If I haven't...
That laugh. It's the laugh that gets me.
If I haven't been able to convince somebody over 10 years, it's just not going to happen for me.
It's a tough decision. I'm still not confident in my decision, but if I had to...
your answer's your answer. You can't take it back now.
You've said Mocha twice in this conversation.
That's
if that's not confident, I don't know what is.
Roz, you're my favorite because you're such a good dad.
Thanks. You don't have to spare my feelings. I don't know if you know this. I'm a bit of a
Thank you for listening, Amanda. You know we love you.
Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do you really need Uber Eats in the airport?
Man.
But you're only able to Uber Eats the food that they sell in the airport. So it's not like you're going to get food and then they're going to clear security and customs to get it to your gate. Because Pearson right now is the first airport in the world where they will deliver Uber Eats to you at your gate.
Yes, I'm here for that.
Really?
Yep, I'm down. I'm so down. Because I'll tell you, I'm sick and tired of taking my luggage because I travel light, so I only have carry-on. Lugging all that stuff through an airport to find something that I like. And then to get it, because typically what I do is I'll get the food, grab takeout, and go to the gate and sit there and eat it.
But is that like a huge problem?
Well, yeah, because if you find yourself a good seat, you don't want to lose your good seat.
What do you mean a good seat?
If you get a good seat right by the gate, you get up, someone's going to steal your seat. We all can't go to lounges like you.
Oh, stop it.
Like, we're not all bougie.
Well, you can.
Yeah, for $50, I might as well just get my Uber Eats by the gate.
Yo, I like that idea. I'm down.
But what's a good seat, though? Because...
Right by...
No, because you don't get to go on the plane until they tell you can go on the plane.
That's not 1,000% true. I mean, sometimes you can sneak your way through.
Well, it's 100% true.
Yeah. No, for me at least, it's not having a seat. I don't care where I sit in the airport. It's the fact that when I do find a seat near the gate, I'd rather have that food brought to me than...
Really?
Yeah. I'd like to see on my phone, have the convenience of knowing what is where, because let's say if I want to grab a burger and the burger spot is like, it's going to take me 10 minutes to walk there, 10 minutes to walk back.
Right.
And then there's nothing worse than when you get back to the gate, you left your spouse sitting there and your spouse is like, did you get napkins?
Wow.
Did you get ketchup?
Let me ask you this. What is the difficulty in just eating before you go to the airport?
Because you have to be at the airport 3 hours in advance.
No, you don't.
You get hungry again.
Like, what is the huge difficulty of just planning ahead and just eating before you go?
Yeah, but guess what?
What?
I do that already.
It's like people, when you take a 4-hour flight or a 5-hour flight during the day, your flight leaves at 10 a.m. and you're flying to LA during the day and you see people bring in a giant pillow onto the plane.
Okay, yeah, that's
less than the time you spend at work.
That I agree is
you
ridiculous.
should be able to just sit.
I agree. That I agree
right?
with. Yes.
You don't need...
The pillow or even like the neck pillows. Like, come on.
Hey, I use the neck pillow. Those airplane seats are not all that comfortable.
I did, but it's not that long.
No.
Like, you should be
we're
able
not
to
all
just...
in first class like you.
Stop it.
That's true.
But so you're for Uber Eats delivering to your gate?
Yes, of course.
You're for Uber Eats delivering
Plus,
at your
don't forget,
gate?
if you get to the gate, what if you need M&Ms or something for the flight?
My
They'll
God,
bring that
could
to
you imagine how much M&Ms would cost on Uber Eats in an airport?
$3 more because of the delivery fee.
No, like $13.
Well, that's like $13 M&Ms.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, sorry, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This is a tough one today, sorry. So you wrote us, Roz and Mocha, FML, Fix My Life. I recently got a short 4-month casual contract for a job in my field. It took me almost 2 years to get my foot in the door, and I'm very excited. I'm in my first month, and in my first month, they moved me to another location, which was fine with me, but they also let it slip that I will probably be extended 5 or 6 more months because it's not in writing. I can't tell anyone, and that they wanted you to be able to make plans, but now you feel like making plans are even harder because you don't have anything definitive from them. Is that the deal here?
Yep.
And then you also wanted advice on how to juggle 3 jobs. Wow.
Damn, 3 jobs, sorry?
Yep.
So what is your field? What do you do for a living?
I work in a library.
I don't know. Is there a chance that this company that's like has you on this short contract but looking to extend it without writing and telling you not to tell anyone is like maybe taking advantage of you?
Well, I'm wondering about that. When they sat me down and said this, she said, I want you to be able to plan.
Yeah.
But what happened when I got hired is they had... I guess some people shuffling around, so that's why they ended up moving me, because they didn't need me in the original location. So she was saying that there is a possibility they could shuffle people and I wouldn't get extended, which is why I'm not in writing it.
Okay. Yeah, you need to get stuff in writing, but I understand that that's not a possibility right now, so it's what do you do with uncertainty? I will say this, the one thing, okay, that makes me tell you that you have to go for it even though there is uncertainty involved is that you said that it took you almost 2 years to get your foot in the door and that you're very excited. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is something that you've obviously fought for. And it's something that you've probably already sacrificed for. And it's whether at this point you're willing to take the chance and jump. And we say all the time on this show that sometimes in life you got to just jump. And I'm not telling you to trust people, but you got to trust yourself. You're the only one that's on the hook for this. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, what are your other 2 jobs?
I work at retail at a mall, and I work before and after care with kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Juggling jobs and life is not easy. There was a day late last week, where I was out of the house 14 hours. That was my work day, right?
Wow.
And so I'll say this. You always have the option to not work as long like you do. You can live on less. You can scrimp. You can move away. You can get a roommate. You can do all this stuff to not have to juggle jobs, right? But let's say that you're happy with it and you just want to figure out what to do. I would say that the thing in order to juggle jobs is you need to first establish what your non-negotiables are, okay? And for me, my non-negotiables are I don't do anything in the evening no matter how much somebody begs me to do or no matter how much money somebody offers me to do it, right? Those 2 hours when I get home from like 7 till 9, that's family time, right? For me, that's non-negotiable. Other things that are non-negotiable, if I don't laugh, and I know that this is a luxury in the world, being able to laugh at work, but if I did not laugh, I wouldn't work as hard as I do. That's non-negotiable. When something stops being fun, I will leave. Okay, so that's non-negotiable for me. Also, if I don't get to sit for at least an hour a night with Catherine and just sit and chill and talk, I would quit. Right? It's non-negotiable. I need to be able to take vacation when I need to take vacation. Like there's just non-negotiables that you have to do. If you need to work out, like if exercise is important to you and that's a non-negotiable, then if something gets in the way of that, you will be unhappy. And again, you're the only one on the hook for that. So figure out what your non-negotiables are. And if you can make those work within working 3 jobs, then you're okay.
I think that's awesome advice. And I am... I was listening to you about all those non-negotiables, and I realized that I do have a right to have some of those myself.
Yeah,
But if I want to move out of my parents' house and make money and stuff, I can also have those.
You can't, and anybody can. But you just have to be able to, like, you can't have it all. Like, that's the thing that I think people are confused about. And especially, if you're younger, sort of in that mid to late millennial kind of thing, and nobody can afford a house and everything else. Nobody gets it all, right?
Yeah.
No matter what generation you're from.
All right away.
Right, yeah.
You can have it all eventually.
Yeah.
But you're not going to have it all right now.
If I looked at you right now, okay, and how old are you?
27.
Okay, you're 27. You're still young. 27 is still young. But if somebody had the choice of being 80 and rich or 18 and poor, nobody is going to pick 80 and rich.
Yeah.
Every single person will pick 18 and poor because you're 18.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to figure out that you're playing a long game here, but you want to have a life. You want to be able to live. And so you have to figure out what your non-negotiables are and figure out how to make those work. And if you're still in your parents' house, but it gives you a great life, then hang on to that for a little while. Build towards something, right? Also, can I just say that I love that your dream job is working in a library?
Hell yeah.
Because I don't know if I've ever met anybody else whose dream job is to work in a library.
Well, I love working with kids.
Good.
Oh, that's so nice. I love that.
What's your favorite kids book?
I like some Dr. Seuss.
Do you?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Last night, Mocha, we're reading Robert Munch.
Oh, yeah?
And every time... Love You Forever? No, not I Love You Forever. No, we were reading Mortimer. And every time I read Mortimer, I get the Mortimer song stuck in my head for about a week.
How does it go?
Which is clang, clang, rattle, bang, bang, gonna make my noise all day. Clang, clang, rattle, bang, bang, gonna make my noise all day. And then the parents come up, and then they call the police on the kid because the kid's too loud.
Oh, no.
And then there's a big fight down
On your own kid?
Oh, yeah, they call the cops and the fire department on their own kid. Yeah, no, it's terrible. But anyway, love that you your dream is to work in a library. We have such respect for that, hon.
Thank you very much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on Kiss.
Have you heard of Karolina Protsenko?
Karolina Protsenko. Does she play tennis?
She does not.
Oh.
She plays violin, and she's 10 years old.
Okay.
And she is like incredible. 518,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh my God.
130,000 followers on Instagram. And she blew up because she performs. She's a street performer, I believe, in LA.
How old is she?
10 years old.
Jeez.
And she started to blow up after a video of her performing Despacito went viral.
And what does she play?
The violin.
Violin, okay.
And she's done All of Me by John Legend, Girls Like You from Maroon 5. And what I'm going to play for you was posted less than 2 weeks ago, and has 3.9 million views already on YouTube. And this is her performing. She's 10 years old again, violinist, performing Sunflower by Post Malone and Sway Lee. Listen to this. And she's got like a crowd of people around her already. Everyone's got their phones out. filming. And it's literally just her and the violin and a little amplifier. Check this out.
It's perfect. Like the arrangement of this song is perfect. Like it hits everything that it needs to. And you know a song is damn near close to perfect when it works regardless of how it's being done.
Yeah. But that is 10-year-old Karolina Pratenko.
And you should be able to a great song should be able to be done anyway, because it's just a great song. It's a fantastic melody. It's a perfect arrangement. And like I have goosebumps listening to this right now. This is so good.
She almost got 4 million views on this already. And she's been playing the violin for 5 years now.
That's it.
Just killing it. And a bunch of her, I read a bunch of her covers are on like Apple Music and Spotify. She's like licensed everything.
Yeah, it's really great. I could listen to this all day, man.
But if you want to check her out, Karolina Pratenko is her name. She's 10 years old, street performer, playing the violin, and just kills it every single time.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh my God, we're finally here.
I can't wait. We've been talking about this all morning. Mocha, let's do it.
A game of trust and honesty and backstabbing greed, where fairness can lead to nothing and blindsides can get you thousands. Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Split, Steal, or Bust. Let's meet today's contestants.
All right. Today's contestants. Tyler Garretts, good morning.
Good morning, Roz.
Samantha Jones, hello.
Hello.
Samantha, you're 29.
I am.
What do you do for a living?
Administration. Nothing crazy.
Would you consider yourself to be competitive?
Absolutely. It's on.
It's on.
Wow. Confidence.
Right?
Tyler, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, Mocha. How are you doing?
Good. How old are you?
I am 25 years old.
And what do you do for a living?
I am also a real estate agent.
And do you find that you have a competitive nature?
100% I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, runs in the family.
If you had to convince somebody to do something maybe they didn't want to do, Samantha, would you say that that's a quality you have?
Yeah. You know, offer them some candy and...
Good to go. I don't even have to ask Tyler, the real estate agent, if he can convince people to do things they don't want to do.
Bring any candy with you today, bro?
Nah, I left it at home.
Okay, so how this works, it's Roz and Mocha Split, Steal, or Bust. It's going to be in 2 rounds. The first round, you guys will work as a collective, as a team, to build your bank by answering a series of questions. Each question is worth $250. Round 2.
That's a lot of money.
Now remember, your partner's in round 1, okay? In round 2, it's every person for themselves, and quite possibly one of you will walk away with everything that the 2 of you worked so hard to earn.
All right.
You look like you're about to throw up right now, Tyler. You okay?
I think I'll be all right.
So again, round 1. You guys work as a team, answering questions, each question worth $250. Up to $2,500 is what's available for you guys today. Round 2, why we call it Split, Steal, or Bust, is you will be given the option to either split the money, steal the money. If you both choose steal the money, nobody gets it. We give it to somebody who is listening right now, somebody who has nothing to do with this game. If you guys choose to be greedy, where we both know that you'll walk out of here with nothing. Everything you have earned will go to somebody who is listening right now who has done absolutely nothing.
Except listen.
Clearly, they don't deserve it.
No, I need this. I need
Okay,
this.
so that's a lot of information for you guys, Samantha and Tyler. We're going to take a minute, let you process everything, think about your strategy, and when we come back, it's Samantha versus Tyler.
It's on, Tyler.
Coming up, the contestants will build their bank, then decide if they want to split the money or steal it. But remember, their greed could be your gain. If they bust, someone listening right now will walk away with all the cash.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A game of trust and honesty and backstabbing greed, where fairness can lead to nothing and blindsides can get you thousands. Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Split, Steal, or Bust. Round 1. The bank round.
Tyler Garretts is here, big fan of the show. Samantha Jones is here, also from the audience. You guys are playing for up to $2,500. This is the bank round, round 1, where you will work as a collective, as a team, by answering a series of questions. You have 90 seconds on the clock. Each question is worth $250. If you don't know an answer, simply say pass, and we will move on. How bad do you need this money, Samantha?
Pretty badly. I have a wedding to hopefully pay for.
Oh, snap. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tyler, the real estate agent, how bad do you need this money?
Surprisingly, a lot.
Surprisingly a lot.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm going to pass out right now. I'm nervous for you guys.
Are you ready? This is the two of you building your bank. It's the bank round. You will work as a collective again. Each question is worth $250. If you do not know an answer, say pass. Tyler, are you ready?
I am ready.
Samantha, are you ready?
So ready.
Mocha, are you ready?
I'm ready. Roz, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Here we go.
Samantha, which famous Baldwin is Haley's dad?
Alec.
Tyler, who is Alicia Moore better known as?
Pass.
Samantha, who won First American Idol?
Kelly Clarkson.
Tyler, Madonna won a Golden Globe for which movie?
Pass.
Samantha, this boxer coined the phrase float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Muhammad Ali.
Tyler, the remake of this 1984 movie stars Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig.
Pass.
Samantha, Chris Hemsworth plays this Avenger.
Thor.
Tyler, which cult TV show from the 90s starred David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson?
Beverly Hills 90210.
Samantha, which actor made his debut as James Bond in Casino Royale in 2006?
Pierce Brosnan.
Tyler, which TV comedy follows the lives of Jay Pritchett and his family?
Pass.
Samantha, in which city were the 2016 Summer Olympics held?
Pass.
Tyler, Howard Wolowitz is the character from which popular TV show?
The Big Bang Theory.
Samantha, how many rings make up the symbol for the Olympics?
6.
Which continent is Egypt found?
Africa.
Samantha, who is the oldest of the Kardashian sisters?
Kim.
Tyler, who topped Billboard with the song Love Yourself in February 2016?
Ed Sheeran.
Samantha, Jar Jar Binks first appeared in which Star Wars movie?
No, we're done.
Oh, we're done.
Oh, we did not do very well.
You guys.
Those were hard questions.
It was.
They were. You take two young people, and that was hard.
Hold on here. You want to go through some of these and figure out which ones were hard?
It'll make me feel really bad, though.
Okay. Who is Alicia Moore better known as? That would be Pink.
Shoot.
Okay. So your grand total is $1,250.
That's not bad.
Though. Not bad.
Samantha, you banked $750. Tyler, you banked $500. So going in to the next round, remember, Samantha, you banked $750. Tyler, you banked $500. How do you feel about your performance, Tyler?
I did extremely poorly.
I like you, Tyler. You're very honest.
All right, so up for grabs going into the money round is $1,250.
Coming up, the contestants will have to decide if they want to split the money or steal it. But remember, their greed could be your gain. If they bust, someone listening right now will walk away with all the cash.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
A game of trust and honesty and backstabbing greed, where fairness can lead to nothing and blindsides can get you thousands. Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Split, Steal, or Bust. Round 2. The money round.
All right. So, Samantha and Tyler, you've already gone through the bank round where as a collective, you managed to bank total $1,250. Samantha, you contributed $750. Tyler, $500. And again, Tyler, how do you feel about your performance?
Once again, extremely poorly.
Once again, extremely poorly. In front of you, you have paddles. Don't touch them right now. On one, it will read split. On the other, it reads steal. What you guys have to do right now is, I don't know if you would like to talk to each other and negotiate this out, find out if you can gain the other's trust, figure out what is best. I will say this. If you choose to say split, Tyler, if you hold up a paddle that reads split, Samantha, you hold up a paddle that reads split, you will split the money, you will each get $625.
Not bad.
If one of you holds up the paddle that reads steal, and the other person, who is so trusting, holds up the paddle that reads split, the person who reads steal gets it all. Now, if you each hold up the paddle that reads steal, you both bust, and we simply give the money away to somebody who's listening to this right now. Easy money. So feel free. You can negotiate this out between the two of you.
Tyler.
Samantha. I don't know about you, but I'm super, I am incapable of stealing from people.
Same. I'm such a nice person.
I honestly, I just can't do it. And I would much rather see us just split the money. I know I did not very well at all. That was awful.
I mean, like, I carry the team and all, but...
Yeah. But, no, I straight up, I can't steal people. So I can't steal from you. So if you...
I like the splitting idea.
Are we good at splitting?
I want to go back to the beginning here. We talked about how competitive the two of you were.
Hey, I'm competitive, but that after that performance, I don't know if I can be competitive after that one.
So again, Tyler, you contributed $500 to this, and Samantha, you contributed $750 to this. Samantha, do you feel that some of this money is a little bit more owed to you than maybe Tyler?
I mean, maybe a little bit.
Wow.
Yes, I do.
Tyler, how do you feel about that?
I'm shaking on my boots a little bit there.
Yeah. Looking at the way everything went down just now, Tyler, do you think Samantha has it in her heart to take all that money away from you?
Considering she's a complete stranger before like a couple minutes ago, maybe. But I really, really, really hope not.
Samantha, do you trust Tyler?
He looks like a really nice guy.
That's not the question.
Oh.
Looks can be deceiving.
I'm easily a very trusted person. So
okay.
I think I can trust him.
Okay. Okay, so please face each other right now. Don't show each other the paddles. Pick up your paddles, face them onto your chest so only you can see them. Decide which one you are then going to put back on the table in front of you face down. Tyler has made his decision.
His decision. Samantha's fighting with herself.
Samantha has made her decision. Okay, Mocha, if you want to tell them on the count of 3, they can then flip them.
This is Roz Mocha's Split, Steal, or Bust. Tyler, Samantha. 1, 2, 3.
They split the money!
money! They split the money! They split the money!
Tyler, how are you feeling right now?
So relieved, honestly. I'm also feeling very Canadian.
Samantha, how are you feeling right now?
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
Samantha,
Thank you, Tyler.
you were torn at the end,
I know.
Samantha.
She was hesitating, and it was driving me nuts.
Okay, be honest, Samantha. Was there a split second just now before you put the paddle down that said steal that you were going to hang on to that paddle and put the one down that said split?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, but yeah.
What made you change your mind? What made you change your mind?
I'm too nice. And Tyler's too nice.
Thank you.
I want to walk away with something.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you're walking away with, $625 and not $1,250, Samantha.
Hey, that is Roz and Mocha split, steal, or bust.
That's so awesome.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, does Zac Effron have the best body in the world?
Yes. Oh my God, let me get in on this.
Come on in, Maury.
Why didn't you tell me you were talking about
I don't know.
Also, no, not anymore.
What do you mean?
Anthony has a much nicer body than... The problem with Zac Efron's body is he's way too muscular right now, whereas other people like Anthony...
Who's Anthony?
Anthony from Queer Eye.
Okay, let's just leave Anthony. Let's leave Anthony on the
Or
shelf.
Shawn Mendes.
Let's leave Anthony on the shelf. Well, now I got to go looking for pictures of Shawn Mendes' body because I was just looking at this picture.
The Calvin Klein underwear ad.
No, but you can't. Like, this is a picture of Zac Effron I'm looking at where he's in the gym with Nina Dobrev. Yeah, and like, there's no photoshopping or anything on this. Like, it's just literally a cell phone shot of him in the gym.
Okay, hold on. Let me see this picture.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
All right.
He looks so dirty you could smell him from here.
Wow, Maury, judgy much?
Wow. Do you want to try?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. You're so weird. Don't smell my computer. That is the weirdest thing that anybody's ever done. You know you can't smell.
I mean, it's not bad.
You a hard body,
right?
Damn, son.
So I'm just wondering. So if
Get yours, Zach.
Okay, so if Zac Effron doesn't have the best body, right? And because I don't know, because I it's very difficult for me to judge.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not the best body. I'm just saying there's a lot of competition out there.
but like aesthetics, right? And so so
what about The Rock?
No, well, but when you're talking about like bodies, there's a universal sort of aesthetic and contouring and curves, and it's like a car, right?
Yeah.
So a Volkswagen Passat is okay.
Sure.
Right? But everybody is, when you see something like a Porsche, you're like, you look at the lines, the curves, the everything about it, the contours, and you're like,
The
that's
smell.
sexy. You're like, that's sexy. Like when something is aesthetically pleasing,
yeah.
right? We all understand that there's a difference between things that are hot and things that aren't hot. It doesn't mean that things that aren't hot still aren't good.
No, but there are certain things
Passat's a
that we
very
can
good
all-
automobile.
There are certain things that we can all agree on. Like we can all agree on a Yaris.
Right. Okay, so with Zac Effron, what is it then that doesn't give him the best body in the world right now?
Is it because he's too swole or like not swole?
But is he
like,
too swole, Maury?
Like too defined.
Because to me, The Rock is just a giant beast of a man.
Okay, how
right?
about
like
this?
You're in awe when you see The Rock.
Okay, you want to talk about guys' bodies?
Yeah.
All right. What about somebody like Adam Levine? He's not super swole, but he's also not.
No.
But he's not out of shape. Like he's that like in between.
I'll tell you, not anymore.
No?
Adam Levine used to have a really, really good body when he would post shirtless photos of himself sitting on a chair with a guitar.
Right.
But now he's kind of let it go a little bit.
Is Shawn Mendes an SH or an SEAN?
SH.
Thank you.
AWN-MEN.
Yeah, what about Shawn Mendes?
Well, that's what I'm Googling right now because Maury said that Shawn Mendes has a better body than Zac Efron right now.
Yo, Shawn Mendes got great arms. Oh, whoever his trainer is.
So smooth.
Yo, props, bro.
He trains on King Street.
So, okay, so you say, and so at one time, Maury, though, you agreed that it was Zac Efron had the best body in the
1,000%.
world. Okay, Shawn Mendes. What do I look at? Like Shawn Mendes hard body?
No, Shawn Mendes, Calvin Klein underwear.
No. Yeah, Shawn Mendes hard body.
Hard body. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I need
Googling
that
right
search to
now.
be saved on your work computer, please.
Well, now I'm going to get...
It's logged.
Okay, hold on here. See, it's weird because a lot of pictures of when he was young come up. and I don't want to see those.
Shawn Mendes. Why don't you say Shawn Mendes in underwear?
Shawn Mendes.
In underwear.
Oh, God, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I brought this up.
On a work computer, too.
Okay.
There you go. There's one.
Okay, hold on now. No, I don't know,
This
man.
one, he's lounging in a chair.
Yeah, no. No.
Or take your fingers out of your mouth, bro.
I know, Mark, you walked over, you're like sucking on your hand.
Holy cow, dude.
Okay, so hold on here. So according to you,
This underwear ad, by the way, is the one thing the world can agree on.
well, no, I'm going to tell you why, Mark, because your aesthetic, and maybe you shouldn't be the best. I appreciate all your input on trying to decide whether Shawn Mendes has the better body than Zac Effron, because I think Zac Effron probably has the best body in the world right now. So, but I appreciate your insight, all your input, but I will say this. The one thing that sort of ruins it for you is that you kind of like him a little young.
Well, I like that new abs man.
Right, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
true.
mean? Like,
I mean, if Zac Efron shaved his chest.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Dude, that's
right?
weird. All right, we gotta stop.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So I'm going over this story here about liars. Hey, Maura, you want to come in and jump in on this?
Notorious.
And
I'm the notorious L-I-E.
yes, you are the notorious L-I-E.
That spells lie.
And so what they did is they took a bunch of teenagers from across different countries. And keep in mind, they only included 8 different countries. So we can't really determine who the greatest liars are or who the biggest liars are.
Okay.
But out of this study, Americans came second as the biggest liars. Canadians came first.
You're welcome.
Really?
Yeah.
We're number one for lying?
Yes.
Well, sorry. For teenagers who lie.
Right.
So how do I fall into this?
So here's what they did is they took all these teenagers and they put mathematical concepts in front of them. And then they asked them whether they were familiar with each one or not.
Yeah.
And several of them on the list were completely fake. And what they found is teens in Canada were most likely to claim that they've heard of the fake concepts before, meaning that they were the most dishonest. Americans ranked second, followed by Australia, New
What a
Zealand.
horrible
and
way to
England.
determine lying.
But is that lying, or is that people being just overly polite because they don't want to be embarrassed?
I think it's
like, is lying because you don't want to be embarrassed still lying? I guess it is still lying.
Yeah, I think
right?
it is. And I think you're right where the kids lied because they don't want to feel like they're dumb.
Right.
They don't want to be embarrassed.
Right.
Oh, what? You don't know that?
But it's still
Math
lying,
equation?
though. But it's still lying.
For sure, it's still lying.
It would be, I'm trying to think of what the equivalent would be.
No,
more.
that's not determining if somebody's like a good liar, though. I don't think that's the true cusp of lying. Like, to determine the country that has the greatest lie, you need to actually have someone tell a lie. They didn't tell a lie.
Yeah, they did.
Just went,
They
no,
did.
But they just went along with the story, not really lying.
But then
That's
what
not
is
true.
lying?
That's not the deepest definition of lying. To me, it's like, hey, okay, so we need all these teenagers in the room, group them into their countries, now go and try and steal something from the other country and then say that you didn't.
Well, no, those are thieves.
Yeah.
Those aren't lying.
It's a completely different study.
Isn't it just so fitting that Maury, who is like an extreme liar, has extreme standards for what is lying?
Yeah, totally.
Like Maury sees this and he's like, that's not lying.
Yeah.
That's normal behavior.
And he also goes straight to thievery.
Right. Yeah.
Don't rope me into this non-lying lie.
This is normal behavior. So what? So, because your reaction, I would say, Maury, most like these people, is most times you will gravitate towards lying. You will always find the lie before the truth.
Well, unless the
lying
truth
is
sneaks in there
but lying
somehow.
is easier for you.
It just comes naturally. But, you know, I see where they're coming from, though. If I'm at a dinner party or something and you just want to either sound smart or fit in, you don't want to sound like you don't know what they're talking about, you're just going to be like, oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like if you're in a group of people and you want to fit in and somebody's like, oh my God, did you see whatever, fill in the blank movie, concert, whatever show.
Oh my God, wasn't it so good?
Thank you,
Yeah.
right? So
What's your favorite part?
Oh, totally the middle part where,
yeah,
you know,
okay. This is where it all falls apart with Maury.
Yeah.
You're a great liar. You're a terrible storyteller.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see this poem that Justin Bieber wrote for Hailey Bieber?
No.
So I guess he'd been working on it all day, but like working on it publicly. Like he would post some of it,
Yeah.
and then he would like delete it, and then fix the spelling errors and then like repost it, and it was a whole thing. So Justin Bieber wrote Haley Baldwin a poem.
That's real nice.
And who better to, if you haven't read it, don't read it. We'll get it for you right now. So Dammit Maury has the poem. And Dammit Maury, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm very jealous by this poem.
Why?
Because it's awesome.
You think it's awesome?
I do.
Is the Justin Bieber poem to his wife Haley better than any poem that you've ever written?
Great question. Yes.
Oh.
Well, no. You can't
And I don't even
answer.
think Justin Bieber's poem's good.
Mocha asked me. Yes, it was.
Yeah. No, it's a very basic. I think that the problem is. Anyway, you read the poem, Maury, and then we'll get into dissecting it. So this is Bieber's ode to Haley.
Sunlight falls into the abyss, just like I fall into your lips. Waves crash onto the shore. My love for you grows more and more. Sounds of the crickets, a true meditation. I think about you, God's greatest creation. As I fall into this blissful state, I ponder on how you're my one true soulmate. It's getting dark to see. Yeah, that's right. A chilling breeze embraces me. The smell of chamomile fresh from our garden. My life is a movie that both of us star in. Speaking of stars, I'm starting to see some. They light up the sky, reminds me of my freedom. How big and how vast our world is around us. So grateful for God we were lost, but he found us. So I write the poem with him always in mind.
Right. So anyway, it's not bad. Like, it's better than anything Maury's done.
No, hold on.
But this is not like, to me.
I like the way he rhymes the words.
Right. But I'll just say that for somebody who, has been nominated for awards for songs and lyrics and
has been celebrated as a performer.
I think that maybe I just expect more.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
It sounds like it's okay.
No, it's not the greatest.
This isn't the work of somebody who writes for a living. It's the work of a high school student.
Wow. I mean,
no, it is. It is. It's
realistically, Justin Bieber doesn't write all of his own music anyway.
But this is what I'm saying. This is the problem.
You're being a little unfair. When you're lying in bed, like he didn't put his songwriting abilities to this. This was just lying in bed writing a poem.
No.
This was
his songwriting abilities.
It's one and the same.
Involve like maybe 3 or 4 other people sitting at a table in a studio.
Yeah. So this, I don't know. To me, this is just a window into the whole thing. Like it's high school.
Like if I was Haley and I got this, I would be like, oh my God, that is so sweet.
Right. But I think that my expectations are just too high for people, because we've had throughout history musicians and songwriters who are actually brilliant, and then I just assume that everybody's brilliant.
I'm sorry, but rhyming lips with abyss, like I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Jacqueline, what's going on?
Hey.
So, Jacqueline, you wrote us this, Roz and Mocha FML. My best friend's family pretty much adopted me. Like, I was at all their family functions. Her mom even called me her other daughter. We had a huge falling out last year, and I haven't spoken to them since. I've tried to reach out in January, and they totally ignored my messages. The only reason I'm concerned with this is that my nephew, who I was there with from day one, is now 4 and has probably forgotten about me. I've had a couple of dreams over the past month, and I'm wondering if I should try reaching out again. Please help me fix my life. So this nephew you're talking about, not actually your nephew, right?
No, not actually my nephew.
Okay.
What was the reason for the falling out? What happened?
So, okay, basically, I was with him from day one, and I have an ECE and EA background, so I know all about child development. I was starting to see that he was missing some milestones, and because I had been there from day one, I gently tried to tell the mom. I was just like, I don't know, like maybe there's something there. She brushed me off. Okay, no problem. Like, you want to know what? When he goes to school, I'm sure it'll get diagnosed. But then there were 2 incidents where he unlocked the front door and ran out into oncoming traffic. So it was becoming a safety concern. So then we had another mutual friend who it came up in conversation, and I was just like, I don't know. I think there might be something there. But that was literally all I said. She went to go tell my other mother, basically, and she twisted my words around. So they literally ambushed me. 2 40-year-old women ambushed me in a McDonald's plaza and were like, oh, you think I'm a bad mom? How dare you talk about us that way? And it wasn't like that at all. It was out of concern.
How long were you guys friends for?
5 years. And even when I stopped, I wasn't as close with my friend anymore, her mom was like, you're not going anywhere. You're family. You can't get out that easy.
So hold on. So you guys weren't childhood friends that grew up together. How old are you now?
I'm 22.
You're
so
22.
We were best friends in high school and throughout college. I literally spent 5 out of the 7 days a week at her house when I was going through stuff with my parents. They literally pretty much adopted me.
I got you.
So during the time that you were telling them that something may be of concern with the behavior of their child, were they bringing it up with you, or it was always you bringing it up with them?
No, so this is the thing. The dad was asking me, he was just because he knows that I work with kids with special needs, so he was just do you think that there might be something? And I was always just kind of because I'm not a doctor, I was just I don't know, maybe there could be something there, but I don't know.
So how old were you when you were saying all this?
I was 21, but I have 7 years experience and I've studied child development. Like I said, I'm an ECE. Well, I worked with kids with special needs since I was 14, 15.
Okay, and then so they didn't like you being so busy into their lives. They took it as a grand insult that you were diagnosing their kid, but also they took it as you spinning it into that they are a lousy family and that your friend's a terrible mother, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you tried reaching out to the parents specifically, to your nephews?
Yeah, so I tried reaching out. Like I said, please wish him a happy birthday for me. When it first happened, I was just I just want to let you know, it was never my intention. I was just concerned. I get it. It wasn't my place. I should have kept my mouth shut. They made it seem like it was coming from a really bad judgmental place, and it wasn't. It was coming out of concern. I've been with my nephew since he was in the NICU. He weighed 2 pounds when he was born. Mm-hmm. I was with this baby from day one.
Okay, so what did the parents say? Or they just didn't reply to you whatsoever?
Yeah, no, they didn't reply to me whatsoever. Basically after that confrontation, they were just F you, we're done.
I don't think there's anything you can do.
Yeah.
You did what you could, which was you reached out, and I think you need to, first of all, in your own head, stop referring to this kid as your nephew, because he's not your relative. He's not family. Stop referring to this woman as your mother, because she's not your mother, although you guys had a really close relationship. And I know how parents are, where they're they sort of, adopt the friend of their kid and you call them mom, and it's awesome, right? But they're not family, and they have their own family, and they were very protective of it. And obviously, whatever you said, the intent was lost, and they took it as a grand insult and an attack on their family. And this isn't a relationship that had lasted 20, 30 years. This is a 5-year relationship, which is not that long of a time. I mean, it's a very intense relationship when you're involved in somebody's family, and there's a baby, and there's feelings, and there's trust, and there's all this other stuff. But you need to deal with the sort of loss of friendship as opposed to this thing of I'm never going to see my nephew again.
Got it. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, Jacqueline. All the best.
Have a wonderful day. You too. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on KISS.
There's a guy in Washington who got locked out of his iPad for 47 years.
Excuse me?
His 3-year-old was trying to gain access to the iPad, and every time you enter a wrong password, you have X amount of times left tries until the iPad disables. And this kid was entering so many incorrect passwords, just smashing their hand on the iPad.
How does this not happen more often?
Apparently it does. And he took a picture of how long it said the iPad was disabled for. It doesn't show you in years, it shows you in minutes.
Oh, God.
So it says here, iPad is disabled. Try again in 25,536,442 minutes. or about 47 years.
Kids are the worst. I'm shocked this doesn't happen more often, though.
Well, apparently it does because, Apple, what they just advise people to do is a full restore, reset. Like, you got to erase everything on the iPad and start fresh. And you should be able to gain access once again, but all your stuff's gone.
But parents listen, you're driving in the car, the kid is freaking out. You tell yourself before the kid arrives that you are going to be the parent that monitors screen time. Oh, we're going to limit screen time. We're going to limit screen time. We're going to limit screen time. We all do that, right? And then you're hungry and you got a headache and you had a crap day and the kid is screaming in the back of the car. So you put on an episode of Peppa Pig on YouTube and you hand your phone to the kid in the back. Okay? That's what you're going to do as a parent. But kids mess with the phone, man, and they'll lock it
all the time.
And you don't know what they're doing back there. Like, they're hammering. They got like crusted num-nums all over their fingers, and they're just like pawing at the screen of your phone. Like, how do kids not lock their parents out of their phone for 50 years all the time?
So here's my question, because I could be wrong, maybe because we've never been in a situation where the phone got locked completely, but I thought you only had like 10 attempts.
That's what I thought.
Because I know sometimes if my phone is charging on the nightstand, our son Cruz will walk over and he'll just start hammering away at it.
Yeah.
And then I'll get a pop-up that reads that your phone is disabled for like 1 minute or 3 minutes or something like that. It's just a couple of minutes.
Oh.
But we've never gone beyond that, because then I just pick up the phone and put it like on a higher shelf
Fair
where you
enough.
can't reach.
Yeah,
I've never been in a situation where the password has been entered incorrectly so much that it locks you out for 47 years.
Yeah, because when Rox was born, I had a BlackBerry. So I didn't have to worry about that. But that's interesting. And I don't know, maybe it's because I just watched too much Homeland, where I thought that if you type in the password 10 times, that it just locks forever. Because that's what all the terrorist shows tell you when they get when they get the guy's phone.
Yeah.
Then they're trying to guess the password. You know, you got to get real clever once you start getting past 5.
Yeah.
You know, you got to start thinking of the kid's school grades, and how well he did. And, you've already exhausted the pet names at that point.
Yeah.
Right. And dates of birth. But that's what I thought. So he's locked out of his iPad for how long because of the dumb kid? I love this kid, by the way.
25,536,442 minutes, or 47 years.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, let me go through this story with you here. This is crazy.
Okay.
We all know the way that the world is going, which is jobs are being replaced by computers. And sometimes that is to the betterment of people in general and life in general.
Sure.
Okay? But I'm going through these stats of Major League Baseball umpires. Because we all know technology can predict what are balls and what are strikes.
Yeah.
Okay? They can use that tech to accurately determine what are balls and what are strikes.
Yeah.
And one of the big frustrations in Major League Baseball is when you as a viewer see something happen that is clearly a missed call. It ruins the game. It can ruin a championship run, and it can at times ruin the experience.
Yeah.
Major League umpires made last year 34,294 incorrect ball and strike calls.
Say that number again?
34,294.
What the hell?
Okay. So we all know that every sport has its faults.
Yeah.
We get that, right? But even with a goal in hockey, you can review. There's no review in baseball for a strike called that should have been a ball.
Is this part of the reason why the Jays suck so much this year?
It may be.
On the missed calls.
So a new study by Boston University looked at the results of nearly 4 million pitches from the past 11 seasons in pro baseball. Just last season, I'm going to repeat this number to you. Just last season, umpires made 34,294 incorrect ball and strike calls. That's an average of 14 per game.
Wow.
Or 1.6 per inning in baseball. Umpires, they say, are influenced by the count. This is where computers are needed, okay? Particularly when there are already 2 strikes. In those cases, umpires were twice as likely to call a ball a strike.
Really?
To get that out. So, balls are mistakenly called strikes 29% of the time when there are 2 strikes, compared to just 15% of the time at a lower strike count. And the experience of umpires actually doesn't matter. What they've found is that the younger umpires with less experience have less missed calls than the older, more experienced umpires.
Really?
Yeah. So
because why? Because they just want to be fair.
No, I don't know. Age may have something to do with it. Eyesight reaction time. Who knows? All those things start to deteriorate as you get older.
Yeah.
And young umpires, they say, have less, their stats, I guess, aren't nearly as brutal as the older umpires. But even in things like the World Series, it's not based on quality of your ump, right? Like going into the World Series, you would think that they would look at all their umpires and say, okay, who has the best record for missed calls, missed strikes to balls? We want those guys in the World Series because they seem to be the best umps. But that's not the way it works. It works on seniority, right? So it's the most established umpires generally that get to do the big games.
Do you think the more experienced umpires are doing this because for a greater turnover of at-bat players to keep the game going, to have the game speed up a little bit?
I don't think it's a conspiracy. I think it's human error. Last year alone, so let me go through this number again if you're just joining us here. So in Major League Baseball, last year alone, umpires made 34,294 incorrect ball strike calls. Wow. And then this is the important number here. This is the really important number. Last year alone, so take that number and realize this, that last year alone, 55 games ended with incorrect ball strike calls.
Wow.
55 games ended because of a missed ball strike. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's pretty incredible.
So we pretty much have to redo like every season ever.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
you don't
know.
have to redo every season.
I don't know. But moving forward, like the technology is there, but do you do away with umps? It's such a classic part of the game. Right? It's such a classic part of baseball that I don't know how you remove that, or you just have an override that if they screw up a call.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Machine says no.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're
Sorry,
wrong.
guys.
Yeah.
Totally.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, it's Roz Mocha. Who's this?
Good morning, guys. It's Rochelle calling. I've spoken to you guys before. How are you this morning?
Doing great. Welcome back to the show, Rochelle.
Mocha, I think you're awesome. So let's just get that up, straight out on the table now. But I have to give you the real deal on Roz. He's just he's a great dad because, one, you're completely honest with your daughter. There's no crap with her, and I love that because that's how I am with my kids.
Yeah.
And you're pretty much straight up. So you are kind of like the real deal, And who cares if you're a bit of a, that D word. I don't want to use it. But that we got to be in this world sometimes, right?
First of all, we got to clarify which D word we're talking about here, because I said I just don't want people to think that I think that I'm a douche, right?
Oh, well, they're kind of the same thing in kind of the same context. Either way, you're not.
Right.
You're real. And you give it to it straight. You give it to us straight. That's the best thing in the world you could possibly do.
Catherine was reading an article the other day to me, where it was written, a woman wrote this article saying that...
Well, you make your girlfriend read articles, do you?
No, I don't make my girlfriend read articles. No, this woman wrote an article about how she is attracted to sleaze bags, and not sleaze bags in the sense that maybe they are actually sleaze bags, although they probably are, but the sleaze bag look. And then they went through and she described the sleaze bag look, and it's open chested shirts, pointy toes,
ding.
Right, hair slicked back, ding, ding. And I realized I dress like a complete sleaze bag, and I always have, and so you couple that with the fact that I'm kind of not a douche. And it becomes less and less surprising to me why people prefer you.
No, and it's not preference. Like, I really believe in choosing kind, right? And Roz, I truly believe, like, you are very kind. You're a good-hearted soul. You know, on the exterior, you let people know, like, this is the real deal. Mocha, you are just so kind. Your laugh is infectious. And you guys kind of, you compliment each other.
Right.
You compliment each other, right? So it's nice. You guys keep me laughing every morning. And listen, I've spoken to you guys before. I have an autistic child. Some mornings are really tough, and when we get in the car, it's nothing but giggles. And Maury, you're pretty cool too. I gotta tell you.
Well, thank you so much for calling back.
Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Have a wonderful day.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bum, bum, ba-na-na-na-na. So, The Office, the musical, is coming to Toronto.
Yes!
It's a musical parody. The Office, a musical parody. For 4 weeks this summer to kick off its North American tour starting July 30th at the CAA Theatre. The show will run until August 25th. Tickets on sale next week. But what better way to celebrate The Office, because I know, Mocha, you are one of the greatest Office fans I've ever met. And
I love this show so much.
And damn it, Maury has just discovered The Office.
Where's the show been my whole life?
Yeah, on Netflix, which sort of, I always get jealous of people like that because I wish that I could sort of go back and watch The Office as if I'd never seen it before because it is so brilliant. But better way to celebrate this than, why don't we do something from The Office with the Johnny Depp School of Acting.
Yes!
The Johnny Depp School of Acting, very simple. The story goes Johnny Depp is far too, I don't even know, eccentric and weird to memorize his own script. So the story is that when Johnny Depp is on set acting, he has an earpiece in his ear and somebody off stage or off set is feeding him his lines into his ear, which, as we've discovered over the years, is extremely difficult to do. So, Mocha, you have a script. Damn it, Maury, you do not have a script. I will be feeding you your lines.
I will be feeding your lines.
Right. Okay. So, Mocha, you're going to be playing both Dwight and Karen.
Okay.
Maury, you're going to be playing Michael Scott.
Yes!
Okay. So if we're ready here, and the episode, by the way, is I'm assuming this is your favorite episode, Mocha?
Oh, yeah, one of my favorites.
Okay,
yeah.
it's
in my top 5.
It's The Convict, by the way.
Yeah, with Prison Mike.
We all love.
Yes.
We all love Prison Mike.
All right.
Okay, so The Office, Johnny Depp School of Acting, Maury and Mocha. Take one and action.
Prison Mike, what's the very, very worst thing about prison?
The worst thing about prison, there was a demental men. They were flying all over the place. They were scary. They would come down. They would suck the soul out of your body and it would flirt.
Dementors? Like in Harry Potter?
There are no movies in prison. Close your eyes. Picture a convict. What's she wearing right now? Something baseball and backwards and baggy pants. He says something like, yo, that's the sizzle. Oh, slowly open your eyes. Why are you painting a black man? That's a white woman. Surprise. Well, Sam's on you.
Okay. I've seen that episode like enough times. I don't think those are the lines.
Let's pick it up with Karen's line.
Okay.
That ends with Harry Potter. Okay. The Office, Johnny Depp School of Acting, Maury and Mocha, The Convict, take 2 and action.
Dementors like in Harry Potter?
No, Harry Potter. There are no movies in prison. Close your eyes. Picture a condom. What is he wearing? Something special. A baseball cut backwards. Blacky pants. He says something like, yo, that's the sizzle. Oh, slowly open your eyes. What are you picturing? What are you picturing? A black man? That's a white woman. Well, surprise. Well, Shams is on you.
That actually went better than I thought it was going to.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello. It's Roz Mocha.
Hey! Oh my God!
What's going on?
Not much. How are you guys?
Good. What's your name?
Kevin.
Soon to be Officer Kevin. Roz, Kevin sent us a text that said, "I'm signing my offer to become a police officer today. Wish me luck." So good luck, Kev.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm actually almost pulling up to headquarters right now. I'm kind of nervous.
HQ. We call it HQ.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be a police officer?
In Toronto.
Oh, okay, cool. And how long did the process take for you to go through the motions before getting to where you are now, which is literally right outside of headquarters? Sorry, as Ross says, HQ.
Thank you.
Actually, I've been trying since I was 19. It's very competitive and lengthy process. You got to go through a whole bunch of interviews and a lot of tests. So it's been a long time coming.
And how old are you now?
27.
Oh, wow. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So have you, from the time that you were 19, been applying and trying to get into the police force? And like, did you fail, or were you just like not accepted until now?
Just like a whole bunch of different reasons. Like sometimes I didn't pass the interview. Sometimes there were a lot more candidates that were a lot better than me.
Yeah.
So I think like now being 27, like most of the service and now they look for a lot of life experience. So I think I got that now, and I made it.
What have you been doing up until now? Like, what's been your job? Like 27, you had to have settled in somewhere doing something.
Beforehand, I was like when I was in high school, I was in the reserves, and then after that, I started working security at one of the hospitals. So you see a lot of stuff when you work downtown at the hospital. So I feel like. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go. I can only imagine, because that's what I think. What you have to do, you got to get like a security job. Like, remember Paul Blart Mall Cop, right? and I don't mean to demean what you're doing, but Paul Blart Mall Cop always wanted to be a cop, but then he had to do like security at the mall, and he looked at himself as there was very little difference between what he did and what a police officer did, and it was just gaining the experience, but only it lacked the respect. People didn't respect him as much as they do, say, somebody else. So did you feel that like you had to do some sort of security job? Like you couldn't have went and worked in an office somewhere and then just kept reapplying, right? Like you had to go and work security.
I mean, for me, I feel like that was security, like would be the best thing for me. But there's a lot of people that get on who just do a career change, like they're bank managers at like somewhere, and then
and then they
over to
decide to
becoming
be
an
a
officer.
cop? Really?
Yeah.
So when you go in today to HQ and sign that offer, what is your job essentially? Do you have to start, I don't mean to say like at the bottom, but like, do you have to work your way up through the rankings now? Like, are you on the street? Do you get a gun? Are you in a car? Are you patrolling the highway? Like, what does your job entail after today?
It'll be around maybe 6-7 months of training.
Oh, okay.
So it's after that, it all depends on where they assign you, whatever place in Toronto they assign you. So,
and what do you want to do? Do you want to be like a detective? Do you want to work like homicide? Like what's your goal? Where do you see yourself?
I'm not even too sure yet. I'm just really happy that I got on.
Fair enough.
I guess
is it too early in your police career to wipe out some parking tickets?
I think so. That's a whole different section of service.
Morris, you didn't end the sentence with asking for a friend. Well, Kev, listen, thank you very much for your text. All the best. We don't want you to be late for your first day on the job. And we appreciate you listening. All the best and good luck.
Thank you so much, guys. I love you guys. Amazing.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All the Avengers guys are doing all the press rounds.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm so excited. I watched Infinity War on the weekend again. I'm so happy it's on Netflix.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Oh, I cannot. I'm so excited.
I'm trying to figure out which is my favorite, because I really love like Civil War, and I mean the best is Infinity War. It's such a great movie. But Thor Ragnarok is up there for me too.
That was a great movie. Are you kidding?
Yeah. And they were on Kimmel last night, and Chris Hemsworth was talking about that. I guess there was a kid who came to set that was sick, and this was maybe like a wish thing. And he says that it was the kid who suggested one of the sort of famous lines from Thor Ragnarok.
Famous line?
Yeah.
How about you, Chris? Any Thor? When we were shooting Ragnarok, we had a young kid on set who was unwell at the time and had come to visit, and we were shooting the scene with Hulk and Thor in the arena. And it was right when I was talking to the Hulk and I was saying, "Oh my God, it's you! Where have you been?" And and he was on the sideline. He's like, "Why don't you say when you look up at Loki in the crowd, say he's a friend from work?" And then so that line,
He gave you that line?
He gave us that line, yeah, and became one of the best lines in the movie.
I remember seeing that when they had that line in the trailer for the movie, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, that's so funny!"
Yeah. It's when Thor sees Hulk on the planet when they're in the Gladiator arena, and he's like, "Oh my God, I know that guy. He's a friend from work."
So relatable. I love it.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got to do my picks. I'm in a stupid hockey pool.
At work or like with friends?
Nah, at work.
Oh yeah, you don't have no friends.
Thank you. That hurt.
By choice. No,
No,
I'm
true.
not.
No, you're right.
That's not a diss.
No, you're right.
That's
You're
my
right.
choice.
No, you're right. You're right. I isolate myself from people. God. Sometimes I wonder how Catherine can even crack a smile. living with me.
Oh, trust me, she texts me a lot about that.
She suggested that we do something really, really fun on the weekend, like something that I should really quite enjoy, right? Like something I should quite enjoy. She suggested doing it, and my first reaction was,
what was it?
Just a thing with other
like
people.
a walk in a park.
Yeah,
or
just
something.
it's fun, and it's not even long. It's not like my whole day. It's like nothing.
Like an hour and a half?
Yeah, maybe. And it's people that I like and everything else. And she's like, "Hey, I was thinking we could go and do this. We sort of said over the last couple of years that we were going to go and do this thing, and now we know people who are going to go and do this thing." And I was like, before I caught myself, and I was like, actually, I might kind of enjoy that. But my first reaction,
I might kind of. That still doesn't sound convincing.
No, but I don't know, man. Like I find that
that's like the closest to getting you to do something with other people. You're like, well, I think I might kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, because this is what I do when anybody ever presents me with a situation or an idea of doing something. I immediately in my head weigh it against the enjoyment that I get out of doing nothing. Because nothing is my favorite thing to do.
Of course. A lot of people are like that.
Doing nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Is my favorite thing to do. So as soon as somebody suggests we do something, I automatically weigh that against doing nothing.
Yeah.
And doing something has to be really, really good for me to even consider it over doing nothing. But the problem is that you can't tell your partner, the person you're choosing to live your life with, that as often as possible in this relationship, I would like to do nothing. Because you have to be a willing participant at times.
For sure.
Right?
You just got to suck it up. There's an hour and a half for your day at the most. And then you can get back to doing nothing.
And I'm not saying that I'm not going to enjoy it. I might actually enjoy myself. But I know while I'm there,
you'll just be thinking of doing nothing.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was looking at this story, because I've been dying to watch Our Planet on Netflix.
Oh my God, the trailer looks so good.
But people are freaking out.
Why?
Because they're watching it, I guess, with their kids.
Yeah.
Because all those things, Planet Earth and all that stuff, like Rox and I plowed through that entire series. It's awesome. Both seasons, or all 3 seasons maybe. And it's awesome. But there's one sort of segment in Our Planet that shows walruses falling off a cliff to their deaths.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it's apparently horrific.
Oh.
Like shocking and brutal.
Yeah.
And it's really traumatizing people. It's just like gruesome. And a lot of people are complaining to Netflix about it. And
I mean,
Netflix is defending it, saying that their sort of purpose of some of the segments within Our Planet are designed to shine a light on the effects of climate change and the effects that climate change has on wildlife around the world. And they say that the walruses were only on that cliff because that cliff used to be covered in ice where the walruses would normally just like sit and chill. And now they're falling off the cliff to their deaths because they're suddenly completely unfamiliar with their surroundings.
Bringing awareness. Without that show being on Netflix, the same thing would have happened, or the same thing did happen.
Yeah.
Whether the cameras were there or not.
No, but it's just you
I
don't
understand.
expect because normally on these nature normally on these but you also get you do get on some of the Planet Earth stuff you do get lions and elk and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Where elk, maybe not elk, lions and whatever. Ocelots maybe, where they chase them and kill them and eat them, right? Or they got to fight off something's trying to kill something's baby and then you got to fight it off. You do get that stuff, but when you watch that's very much nature within the world of nature.
Yeah.
This is just a scene with walruses falling off a cliff. There's no battle, there's no predator and prey, there's none of that stuff, and so that's why it's so heartbreaking. But people are having a really hard time with it. But Netflix is sticking by it.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'm reading this article on Jack Dorsey, who is
Who's Jack Dorsey again?
He's Twitter.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes. Okay.
And they're going sort of through his life and routine, and he eats one meal a day.
That's it?
Yeah, which I often do as well.
That can't be good for you. I mean, I guess if you've done it for years and your body is used to it, you can adapt.
Where are we right now? What day are we on?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
No, yes, Wednesday.
Yeah, from Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, I only ate one meal a day.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't. No, absolutely not. I eat at least 4 times a day. Maybe sometimes 5.
Really, yeah?
Yeah, I have to.
So he only eats between 6:30 p.m. and 9 p.m.
That's it. How do you function throughout the entire day, though?
You get used to it.
But from the time you wake up, right? So all that sleeping that you do overnight, and then you wake up and you need your energy to get you through the day, to power your brain, to power your heart, to power the blood flow. And then you don't eat until 6 p.m. or 6:30?
Yeah, on Monday. Okay, so
there's no way I'd survive. Sunday
night, I went to bed at about 10:30 and woke up at 4, let's just say, to come into work here, right? Came into work here, so I'm up at, say, 4:15. And on Monday, I ate my first meal at 7 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, same thing on Tuesday.
No.
Yeah.
I've already had 3 meals.
Yeah. No, the same thing on Tuesday. And that's a lot of times. And if I do have something else to eat, if I do eat a lunch or what would be considered...
But do you snack throughout the day?
No.
At all?
No.
See, when I get in here, I'm in here 4:30 and I eat a bit, I would say a decent sized breakfast.
Yeah.
And then throughout the show until 10, I'll snack on multiple things.
Yeah.
And then by the time I get home, I'll have another big meal.
Roz,
and then I'll eat maybe 2 more times after that.
Yeah.
Meals.
Yeah.
Roz, do you suppose that's why you're so grumpy all the time?
No, I'm the same grumpiness that I was when I ate quote unquote properly. But he also fasts on weekends, so he doesn't eat on weekends.
How do you survive? That's so mind blowing.
So we're talking about Jack Dorsey from
He must have tea or something. He must drink.
Yeah, but he takes ice baths. He walks 5 miles to Twitter every day to his office.
Dude, where is he finding this energy?
Yeah, he walks.
Can your body, I don't know. I guess your body just adapts that way, right?
Yeah.
So wait, so if he eats, what's the time again that he eats?
He only eats between 6:30 p.m. and 9 p.m.
So let's say he eats 6:30 to 9 on Friday, right?
Yes, yeah.
After that meal at 9 p.m. on Friday, he's not eating. If he fasts on the weekend, he's not eating again, a meal,
right,
until 6 p.m. Monday.
Right. Yeah.
That window between 6 and 9 p.m. on Monday.
Right.
That can't be healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. And he takes ice baths. He doesn't have a personal trainer, but he uses an app for a 7-minute workout.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen those apps.
Have you?
It's called 8-Bit.
And there's one actually called the 7-minute workout.
Is it? Is it good?
I downloaded one of them and I used it once, and I don't know. I
might be able to handle a 7-minute workout. I can't go past the 7-minute workout.
You can do like tricep dips and like push-ups, and sit-ups. Yeah.
Push-ups. I can't do push-ups. You can't do push-ups. Maury, find me an app that has no push-ups in it. A workout app that is specifically designed for somebody who eats once a day.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, it's Roz Mocha.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
What is your name?
Josephine.
What can we do for you today, Josephine?
I just wanted to let you know, please do not answer questions of who you like most, better, Mocha or Ross, because you guys are nothing without Maury. Maury he's the person who makes your show the best show ever.
How long are you waiting on? How long did you have this poor woman sitting on hold for, Maury? A long time, he says.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Like, I love Maury to the max. It should be a question of who you like better, Maury, Mocha, or Ross.
Okay.
It shouldn't be just between you two of you.
Okay.
Maury, you're the best. I love you so much.
Aww.
You make my day all.
Why are you leaving this woman with us, Maury? Like, I don't understand what you're doing right now. Like, I like you. Like, you do this to, like, what are you trying to accomplish right now?
It's more enjoyable for me.
No,
just to
but what are
hear
you trying to accomplish right now? What do you want me to say to this woman?
I don't know. I'm in there trying to see what you'll say.
But she obviously likes you, so why don't you just come in and talk to her?
I know, but I enjoy torturing
I have
you.
nothing to say to her, though.
See, that's what's
It's not torture. I just don't care.
Do not torture. Do not do that to Maury, please.
Listen, Maury's on the phone right now. You got him. Say hi to him.
Hi, Maury. I love you.
I love you, too. How you doing?
I am good, thank you. You are the best. I really enjoy listening to your jokes, everything.
Why is Mocha being incredibly silent, taking his headphones off and leaving the room?
Because we're going to give you some privacy, bro.
No,
We'll
Mocha.
do that with those two guys. Don't worry about them.
Mocha,
You're the best.
Where you going to the bathroom, bro? All right, cool.
You people
Okay.
are incredible.
What do you need us for?
Yeah, but when people call and say how much they love you, Mocha's all in there going, oh, yeah, vote for me.
Don't make this
when
about us.
random
Don't make
people
this-
call in and
no.
say that Mocha leaves the room.
No, don't make this about us.
How can I not?
Talk to the woman that loves you.
Well, I love Mocha and he's leaving the room.
Well, but he's not interested in this. That's fine, though.
That's the problem.
No, but that's fine. I don't want to sit and listen to a private conversation
But you
between
can't.
two
You have to be
people.
interested when things aren't only about you.
Really, Maury? You want to go down that road?
Oh, I know. I love it all about me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
Maury,
anyway,
I love you.
talk to your fan more.
Okay, do you have any questions?
No, I just keep it. Keep what you're doing, Maury, and all the best. I think you guys will be on air forever.
I have to keep you on a phone now because
Mocha's
Mocha
back
is, thank God.
You just walked back in the room. You okay, bro?
Sorry, Mocha.
Oh my God, you're still on the phone, this woman? Oh, guys, I'm going to go get a coffee.
We don't know how to hang up.
Don't get me wrong, Maury. I love that fans call in. Like, I'm not dogging you. Like, I love that you have fans. You're on the show. It's great that you have fans.
I know, but you can't leave the room when the fans call in.
But why not? They're your fan. They just want to talk to you. I don't want to be intrusive and make this all about me.
I know, but in part of loving me is also loving you.
No, I love Mocha too and Ross, but and you shouldn't take any craps from this guy, Maury.
Guys, there's such a long lineup for coffee. Oh my God.
So humble.
Oh my God, you're still talking to Josephine? Guys.
We don't know how to push buttons.
No, that's not it, Maury. That's not it. You don't know how to talk to people.
That too.
Yeah. Why are you so eager to get off
Because
the phone?
I don't have sangria or anything to sort
why
of
are you
loosen
so
me
eager
up.
to get off the phone? This woman loves you. She's a huge fan,
I'm not
and all
good
you want to
with
do.
small talk.
It doesn't matter, but all you want to do is just get off the phone.
Well, how do you do? What do you say to fans?
No, because I'm going to tell you right now. You had no interest in talking to Josephine. All you wanted to do was put Josephine through so somebody could tell us how great you were.
Yes.
Right.
No, he said hi to me.
Hey, Josephine.
Okay.
We love you.
Okay, I love you too.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being a fan. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. You're very welcome. Have a great one, guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Aw, dude. You sound sad.
Congratulations.
Dude, my heart is breaking for you.
Okay,
Thanks, guys.
so Mike, you wrote us this. Hey guys, can you please FML fix my life? My name is Mike, and I'm 45-year-old, divorced for 6 years, and have 4 kids. My problem is that my ex-wife and her boyfriend. He used to be my friend and is the godfather to my daughter. Now, I don't care that they're dating. It bothers me, but I really can't do anything about it. My only ask is when it comes to my kids' events or games, I'd like that to be my thing with my kids and not have him attend any of those because it's all that I have with them and really enjoy being a part of. When I see him there, I end up just leaving the events and then have to explain to my kids why I left. How can I tell her so she understands without her going off? Please help.
Hey, Mike, have you had like a conversation with your ex-wife about this?
Numerous times.
Yeah, and what's her response though?
Her response is actually, she didn't care.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
How long have they been together?
About a year. I would say about a year.
Okay, so they're are they married or no?
No, they're not married. They're just dating.
Do they live together?
But I have a feeling he's going to go there.
Right.
Have you had a conversation with him about what your problem is with this whole situation?
This guy has been avoiding my phone calls, my texts. He hasn't even confronted me. He hasn't even told me that how it happened, how they started dating. He hasn't even explained.
Yeah.
But do you think that he knows how you feel about this?
Oh, yeah. I told he's my brother's close friend, and I told my brother.
Man.
Yeah.
I told my brother that he should, I don't like him attending any of the events.
I'll tell you what, just right out of the gate here, because there's a lot to sort of, we can go a lot of different ways with this, but I will say this. The one thing you can't do is show up somewhere to one of your kids' events and then bail.
Mm-hmm. Especially after your kids have seen you there, right?
Yeah, that's one thing you can't do. And it hurts and it sucks, but you shouldn't be in a position, you shouldn't be putting yourself in a position or putting your kids in a position of where they have an event, they're expecting you to be there, and then all of a sudden they just wind up having to have a conversation with you after the fact about why you couldn't attend or why you had to dip. And I don't think you're going to be truly honest with them, and so you're going to wind up lying to your kids.
That's just it. I don't tell them I left because of them. I tell them, work called, so I had to leave. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So now you're lying to your kids.
And you probably feel terrible about it.
Trust me, I feel terrible as soon as I start walking away.
Oh, man.
When your ex is sort of in that new relationship and they have kids, there are, everybody always talks about these sort of imaginary lines when it comes to step parenting or being the new boyfriend or the new girlfriend. And those lines just aren't defined. And you and your wife, your ex, have to sit down and have conversations about the kids, okay? And you can have conversations about boundaries. You can tell her how you feel, but the reality is this, is that if she's serious with this guy who was your friend, which sucks, and he's going to be a part of your kids' lives, okay? He is going to be the parent for all the times that you're not around. Because you want that. You don't want somebody living in your kid's house who doesn't care about them, right?
Yeah.
You actually want, if she's going to move on and be with somebody else, you at least want that guy to have your kid's best interests in mind when you're not around. Now, there are dad-specific things, and those are conversations that you can have. Things like a game, things like a whatever, you can ask to have those things. But those are all things that need to be negotiated in a breakup. You can't just hope that everything's going to work out and that everybody's going to be happy when everybody in your situation is just so bloody hurt.
No, I know you're right. The guy himself, I think the guy, I have nothing against the guy. The guy is a great guy. As a person, he's a great person. He's a good provider for her. He makes her happy, which I always want her to just be happy. It's just the fact that he hasn't confronted me yet about how it happened.
Yeah.
If he would have confronted me about it, I'd be all fine. I'd probably be a part of their relationship, a part of their lives, right? But the fact that he hasn't, and I've known him for so long since high school, it's just that's what breaks my heart.
Do you think that they were cheating while you guys were still together?
Oh no, because they were really close. They were close even when we were together. I don't think that ever happened. But I know they were so close, then feelings may have developed, and I'm fine with that.
Sure.
I just want him to man up and tell me, Mike, this is what happened. I'm sorry.
You gotta, oh God, Mike, you're gonna have to come to terms with the fact that you may not get answers to these things. Okay,
No, I know.
and you need to be able to move. What you're doing right now is you're putting a roadblock. You're right. You're like, we can figure all this stuff out. We can figure out the game stuff. I'm fine with the relationship. He seems like a decent guy. He's a good provider. But what I need to know before I can handle any of that is I need an apology and I need to know how this happened. Right? You need to move forward with all those other things.
Yeah.
First, I think, Mike, the way it sounds to me at least is that the hookup between your ex-friend and your ex-wife bothers you more and is the main subject of the problem, and not the fact that he's showing up at your kids' games.
Yeah, well, the showing up at my kids' game, it just, as soon as I see them, I get frustrated. I don't want my kids seeing me being frustrated at their event.
I could tell you're a hothead, bro, because I'm the exact same way, and it would bother the hell out of me as well. But Roz is totally right. You have to focus on your kids and fix that part of your relationship. And again, have a conversation, have a face-to-face conversation if you can with your ex-wife, and lay it all out on the table and like really, really express how you feel and see what kind of compromise the two of you can come to.
Well, I know you're right. She gives me a heads up. He is going to be at the event, and then I'm just like, oh, okay.
Everybody's hurting. Everybody's hurting.
Yeah, I know you're right.
It's tough, man.
All right, Mike.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. And you guys make my morning, man. You guys all make my morning. Even have to wake up after not going to an event of my kid next morning. You guys make my day, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mike. We love you, brother.
Thank you. You guys have a good day.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on Kiss.
All weekend, my timeline was filled with people freaking out over the Old Town Road remix that was released on Friday. Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus.
Yeah.
And what makes this song just so... What made it like take off is the fact that you have this hip hop guy that released this record like weeks ago, and it started charting on the Billboard Top 40 charts, the rap charts, and then the country chart.
Right.
And Billboard then went and removed the song from the country chart because they said it didn't fit the criteria for a quote unquote country song.
Yeah.
Your traditional country record. So this guy went and got Billy Ray Cyrus to do a verse.
Yeah.
And he's in the music video and everything.
Which I'm down with because it was kind of a screw job a little bit, because it was all, if you're not going to allow it on the country chart, don't allow it to begin with, but don't allow something to chart and do very well and then pull it off. Like it seemed really very much like a screw job.
But like all over Reddit on the weekend, people are freaking out over the song, right? And then Billy Ray comes in right here.
Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spend a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings, and vintage sports bras. Riding down Rodeo in my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been
Billy sounds good, dude. He really does.
And people are like, oh man, this is amazing. You know, hip hop and country finally coming together. And this song is, you know, making waves and doing things for music in general, all around. And then other people started pointing out, hey, everybody, this is not the first time like hip hop and country music have fused. This is not the first time different genres got together to release records.
What else we got?
So we'll go in order of release. In 2001, Coolio and Kenny Rogers got together.
Oh, hell no.
For a song called Hustler. And you're basically a take on the Kenny Rogers song Gambler.
Gotcha.
Hands, I make
Stack of hands, and when you get it, then you gotta do some good with it. When you get your sack, go sit up in the hood with it. Bang, bang, if that's your thing, if that's your aim. But most of them fall when they get hit. And don't you ever forget that every dog has its day. So watch them fleas, and the infestation can affect your game with the
Kenny Rogers comes in. But to me, this is still kind of like
sample,
a pop. No, but in the music video, Kenny Rogers still appears and sings his part.
Does he?
Yeah.
See, okay, I'm not putting this in the same category as Nas and Billy Ray, though.
Okay, how about this one from 2013?
Okay, I need a better example.
I've got three more.
Okay.
Brad Paisley and LL Cool J with a song called Accidental Racist.
Wow.
Comes in here.
Dear Mr. White Man,
oh, yeah.
I wish you understood what the world is really like when you're living in the hood. Just because my pants are sagging doesn't mean I'm up to no good. You should try to get to know me.
Right?
When was that? When did that song come out?
That was 2013.
Wow.
And
seems really dated.
Not forget, Nelly and Tim McGraw got together in 2004 for a song called Over and Over. And this was like real popular. Remember this song?
Yeah. I think she's leaving it. She's leaving it. I don't know what else to do. She go on not loving you. 'Cause it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. I can't keep picturing you again.
This was a great song.
Yo, this song was banging back in the day. Are you kidding me? And like everyone freaking out over...
Yeah, to me, this is the best example of...
Over Old Town Road. Everyone freaking out over that. No. You think this is the best example. How could everybody forget in 2012, also featuring Nelly, Florida Georgia Line with Cruz? Remember that song?
What song?
How are we so quick to forget this song?
Oh, yeah, right.
Come on.
Hey, country girl, this country boy, like everything about. Don't change a thing, no way. You stay the same, my gosh. I like all that.
Right?
Yeah, this was a great song, too. My God.
So, Old Town Road is not like the first. A little education for you.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yesterday, we were talking about how in Toronto, the police are holding their week-long driving campaign.
Yep.
Catching all you speeders. And how, like, on, I think it was Sunday, they nabbed a 54-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
Going like 190.
Yep.
Well, get this. Sergeant Kerry Schmidt says a 19-year-old Mississauga man was charged with stunt driving after he was caught.
Oh, God. Doing what? In a what?
On the 403.
Yeah. What's the speed limit on the 403?
100.
Okay.
201 kilometers an hour.
The front door.
Yeah. 201 on the 403. The driver's vehicle has been impounded and his license suspended for 7 days. Which, I think 7 days is not enough.
No, because you are intentionally at that. That's not speeding at that point. That's something else. Like you're almost trying to time travel at that point when you're doing 200 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason for it. You need to be stopped.
Excuse for this 19-year-old. Zero excuse whatsoever to be given as to why they were traveling 201.
Yeah. There's not an excuse, but there is a reason, and that is 19-year-olds are dumb.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't think 7 days is enough.
Yeah.
I think at least a month. I say at least a month.
God, you wonder if that was the old man's car too, right?
Yeah.
Or if it was his own. I guess 19-year-olds have cars and stuff. When I was younger, 19-year-olds had cars.
I say fair would be a month suspension.
Yeah.
And also that your car is impounded for a month.
I wonder what that would be like driving double the posted speed limit.
I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't?
No.
No?
No. No, I swear I couldn't.
You couldn't?
I could tell you what it feels like to go 140 on the highway.
Right. But
I couldn't tell you how it feels to go
double any speed limit. Like, I don't think I've ever doubled any speed limit.
I couldn't tell you what 200 feels like.
No,
I
but
swear.
any speed limit. I could.
any?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that I can tell you.
Oh, you could.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't think everybody in the city knows that Toronto police are having this week-long driving campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Because every single day, people get nabbed for speeding and all sort of recklessness. So we know that on the weekend, a guy in his 50s was doing 190 on the highway.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, 31 extreme speeders on GTA highways were picked up by the cops.
Right.
On Monday, a 19-year-old Mississauga guy was charged with stunt driving after he was caught doing 201 on the 403, and his vehicle was impounded, his license suspended for 7 days.
Rightfully so.
Yesterday, are you ready for this?
Yeah. Is it another punk kid?
A 21-year-old with a G2 on the 407 was nabbed doing 208.
Oh, my God.
7-day suspension, 7-day vehicle impound. Also, yesterday, a 50-year-old from Ancaster going 194 on the QEW. Impaired driving.
Oh.
Prohibited driving. These are his charges, okay?
Yeah.
Dangerous driving.
Yeah.
Stunt driving.
Yeah.
And using the HOV when he shouldn't have.
Throw that one in there, too.
So he got a 90-day license suspension and then a 7-day vehicle impound, which I think if you're going to get hit with 90-day license suspension, they should keep your car. They should keep your ride for 90 days as well.
Do you not lose your license for a whole lot longer than 90 days if you're caught drunk driving?
I always assume so.
That's what I thought, too. Maybe not, though. Maybe, I don't know.
Tyler's on the phone. It's 416-870-8888. What do you want to say, dude?
I had my bike doing 297 one time.
You what?
I had my motorcycle doing 297 on a highway one time.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Why?
I wanted to see how fast it would go.
Do you want to see how fast you could die?
I know, right? Looking back at it now, not the greatest idea.
How long ago was this?
It was probably like 3 years ago now.
Jeez, man.
290? What kind of bike you ride?
It was Ninja 636.
Yeah, one of those, huh?
Wow. And were you scared at all?
Okay, so you know how like when you're doing like 120 and like someone hits the brakes like a kilometer ahead and you can like slow down gradually?
Yeah.
When you're doing 295, you see something ahead and you start to brake, it's already too late. It's already in your face.
Yeah.
Like it's so fast that like everything looks like it's standing still.
And especially on a motorcycle. I drove a motorcycle for years, and it's a wild thing. It's so freeing, right? But there's also this great sense of, even if you are surrounded by cars, there's just a great sense of loneliness isn't the right word, but that you're alone, right? Yeah. And what I mean you're alone is that there's nothing to protect you.
Yeah.
There's no sense of protection. When you're in a car, there's a door. You can even unroll the window and expose yourself to the world, and then you roll back up, right?
Also, you have an airbag.
Yeah, and it might be a false sense of protection, but there's a sense of protection. That's why people give each other the finger while you're in your car, right? You know, I think that if everybody drove motorcycles, there would be a lot less yelling at other drivers. I think that people would be much better drivers.
And in a car, you're wearing a seatbelt.
Yes, if you had to drive a motorcycle around the city for a week, I think that we would all be better drivers. I know I am a much better driver because I drove a motorcycle.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. 100%. I am a much better car driver because I drove a motorcycle. Because I know what that's like. I know how terrifying situations are.
On a bike, you need to be aware of everybody else, not just you. So then when you get in a car, you're now aware of every other car and looking for other bikes and big vehicles.
I stopped driving a motorcycle, one, because Roxy was born. But I kept it for a little while. And I'll tell you, when I stopped driving the motorcycle and I put it up for sale, is the first time I stopped at a stoplight. And keep in mind, this was years ago. And I looked to my left, I looked in front of me, and I looked to the right. Every single car at the stop sign, at the stoplight, every single driver was looking down on a phone.
Oh, really?
Yep. And I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Damn.
I'm done. I'm out.
Hey, Tyler, thanks so much for calling in today.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do you know the Ontario logo? The Trillium, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So Doug Ford, his government is spending $90,000 to change this logo because it looks like three men in a hot tub.
That's not the logo.
That's the Ontario logo. And there's man 1, man 2, man 3.
Hold on. Are you being serious? Or are you
1,000% serious? $90,000 to change
Show
this
me
logo.
the quote where it says that Doug Ford said that the logo looks like three men in a hot
That's
tub.
what I read all day yesterday.
Show me. Go get me the quote then.
How am I? I'm sitting here.
Go get it.
Okay, bye.
Don't come in here and start spitting nonsense that I don't believe.
Maury finally found a story about 3 men in a hot tub and had to come in with the breaking news.
That's a dumb idea. Yo, man, Doug Ford.
Whatever.
I don't.
Whatever. Don't you remember when the LCBO spent like, what was it, like $1 million to change the font?
Yeah.
People do that. It's such a waste of money. But that's what governments
from
do.
something to like
stupid.
Times New Roman or something, right?
It's so stupid, man. It really is.
Come on now. First, he wants to change the license plate from yours to Discover to open for business.
Man, I was reading some of those license plate suggestions, which were so funny. My favorite one, my absolute favorite idea, and I wish I remember who tweeted it because they get my vote, is somebody wanted Ontario.
Yeah. Say it.
Nice to your face.
Yo, savage. Savage. I love it.
Right?
Nice to your face.
Yeah, because that is so...
Why is it taking you so long to get that quote?
Hold on here.
Because it doesn't exist?
No, it's from the Toronto Star. I just sent it to Roz's email.
Okay, hold on. Let me read this.
More, you need to be better prepared.
Yeah, dude. We could have done this later.
I'm only one man.
No, you're not. You're barely a man.
Gosh, I'm hurt, bro.
This is from where the Toronto Star.
That's correct.
Doug Ford is pulling the plug on the, quote, 3 men in a hot tub Ontario Trillium that has been the government's logo for 13 years, the Star has learned. So did he say 3 men in a hot tub?
Several MPs were quoted as saying, ever since this logo was created, that it looks like 3 men in a hot tub.
But who said that, though?
I've never seen that logo before. Or maybe
How have you never seen this logo?
The only one that I know is like the old school one from like the 60s.
The 60s?
This is everywhere.
Oh my God, I'm
It's
so
this logo and it says
frustrated right
Ontario
now.
next to it.
Why am I doing your work right now, Maury?
Yeah, you're not doing a good job with this story.
But it does. Now that you point it out, it does look like 3 men in a hot tub.
See?
So what? Who cares? It's chilling.
It's chilling though, right?
What's wrong with 3 dudes in a hot tub
I'll tell
just
you
lounging?
nothing. You know what, Maury? Go get me a pen and let me draw a buck of beer in each of their hands. And then maybe it'll be all right.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So let me read you this story. Beyonce made a huge announcement the other day that she's teamed up with Adidas, right?
Yeah.
And Nick DiPaola from ESPN, he's a reporter from ESPN, said that Beyonce first had a meeting with Reebok where it was this giant pitch meeting.
Yeah.
And he says that Beyonce walked out of the pitch meeting at Reebok because she was the only black person in the room.
Whoa, for real?
Yeah. Quote, she had a meeting at Reebok and they had a whole presentation of everything, the products, how this would all look. And she took a step back and said, quote, nobody in this room reflects my background, my skin color, and where I'm from and what I want to do.
Wow.
And I guess that was before they even got to the pitch.
Oh, no.
I don't know. And then she bounced. And he said she kind of took a step back and left.
Harsh.
Right?
Y'all got dissed. Like bad.
Reebok responded to a statement to TMZ saying the report that Beyonce walked out of a meeting with Reebok due to lack of diversity is categorically false. Our discussions with Beyonce and her team continued for several months after our initial meeting. We are disappointed that false information is being reported as fact. So, I don't know. You got TMZ reporting one thing.
TMZ is
you got Reebok telling TMZ.
Usually pretty right.
But then you got ESPN. You got Nick DiPaola from ESPN who's saying that this is how the meeting went down.
Yeah.
So did Beyonce or did Beyonce not walk out of a Reebok pitch meeting because she was the only black person in the room?
I'm going to say yes.
I don't know, man.
And she got that Netflix special coming out a week from Wednesday.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a crazy story.
I'm going to say yes.
The stuff with Adidas looks great, though.
Yeah.
Did you
beautiful.
see it?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, I'm down.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, can you get somebody to come to your house and take the snow tires off? Is that a thing?
I mean, is that a service?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never looked into it.
Has to be.
The dealership would do that for you.
No, I
they
don't want
won't.
to deal with a dealership.
Oh, I always go to the dealership.
No,
I
he
don't-
just said to send somebody.
Yeah, like I want somebody to come over with like all the stuff.
Yeah.
Jack the car up in the driveway and just change my tires in the driveway.
You have to have a mechanic as a friend.
So I don't have to leave. No, but there has to be a service. There's no way that that's not a thing.
I don't know. I've never looked into it. Let's see.
There's no way that that's not a thing.
Every guy comes to your house with wrench.
Let's see here.
Like everything, you can do anything now. Like anything.
I got like years ago a service that they changed my entire windshield on my driveway.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You can get your windshield changed. They come to your house and do it.
Okay,
but they won't come to your house and change your snow tires out.
What would we call it? Like on?
I don't know.
Okay,
like
at home.
Tire change.
Tire change.
Well, they're just going to tell you how to do it your own self.
Guy. Then you have to put in
Service.
guy.
Yeah, service. There you go. That's the word I'm looking
It's called
for.
dad.
Exactly.
Or do what I did and just call Mocha crying.
Exactly. Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of services actually.
Is there?
Yeah. Yeah, you can just book
Do they have
your
like
appointment online.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but if you go to the dealership, you get a free coffee.
I don't have a dealership. Like I don't know what you're talking about. This magical dealership that we visit all the time.
I always go there for anything car related, and they take care of it.
No.
Maury goes there so that they can change his sticker.
Yeah.
No, I know. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You use the dealership too much, though.
Yeah, you take advantage.
But then
That's like a waste of everybody's
Well, hold
time.
on here. Do you pay when you go? Because if not, who's taking advantage of who at that point?
Yeah,
Do you
no,
pay?
no, not for that. Not for that. Not for the.
They
But all
change
they have to
your
do
sticker
is-
for free.
They just
Yeah.
have to
in
unscrew
fact-
your plate and then put the new sticker on
And I
and
do this.
put the screws back.
Oh.
Do you have a screwdriver in the house?
I have a star one and a square one and the flat one.
So yes, you have 3 screwdrivers.
Yes.
Okay.
In a bucket
So-
with duct tape.
So one of those screwdrivers you
Yeah.
could use to take your plate off.
No, you need the one that makes the sound.
You need a.
No, you don't.
Don't
Oh
you?
yeah. You need a ratchet.
That-
yeah, because I
yeah.
think that yours
I
are.
called it a racket at home
yeah,
once.
or a wrench. Just get a wrench.
Yeah. Or sometimes I just wait till I have to visit my dad and he'll do it and
Right.
feel really proud.
Jeez, man. Maury treats every guy in his life, whether they're family or not, like the boyfriend who's not getting any but thinks he might.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Hey, it's Roz Mocha.
Wow, I can't even believe you called me back.
Okay, what is your name?
My name's Lindsay.
All right, Lindsay. So, Roz, Lindsay and her husband, much like everybody else in the world, super excited for Avengers Endgame on April 25th. And what Lindsay and her husband are doing, according to this text, is they are watching every single Marvel Cinematic Universe movie in the timeline order, starting with Iron Man Part 1.
Wow.
When did you start, Lindsay?
We started, I think, about 2 weeks ago. But actually, the first movie is Captain America, the first Avenger.
Oh, so you're not watching it in order that they were released. You're watching it in like
No,
the
no, no, no.
timeline
In the
order.
timeline order.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
then-
it starts with Captain America, and then where do you go?
And then you go to Captain Marvel, and then Iron Man, and then Iron Man 2, Thor, Hulk, First Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor, The Dark World, Captain America, Winter Soldier, the first Guardians, the second Guardians, Avengers, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Civil War, Black Panther, Homecoming, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Doctor Strange, Ragnarok, and then finally Infinity War.
Wow.
Holy So, Lindsay, whose idea was it to go on this mission before Endgame?
Oh, absolutely me.
Good for you.
If I wasn't waiting for him, if it was up to me, I'd be done them all by now.
Oh,
Wow.
but what gets in the way? Like work or something boring like that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of binging going on right now. I know I went home on I was on Monday. I gave myself, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give myself the week here because Game of Thrones is debuting on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give myself the week and I'm gonna rewatch just like last season.
Yeah.
Like the first half of this season, I'm gonna rewatch it because I find the show very confusing. And I got a little bit of lunch. I sat on the couch, hit play.
Yeah.
I got 5 minutes into it and I was like, wow, good thing I'm doing this, man, because I don't remember anything
at all.
At the 6-minute mark, I was asleep.
Oh no, so you got to start all over again.
And I haven't put it on back on since.
Oh no.
Yeah, so now we're at like what? I got a couple of days left. Like I've lost days, right? So it's a problem. It's a problem. There's a lot of people binging a lot of things right now.
And are you on like a schedule now, Lindsay? Like, do you, for example,
Kind of.
tonight, you're going to watch, 1 or 2 movies?
Yeah, so we're finished watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We have about an hour left, and then we're watching the Avengers Age of Ultron. We have to watch about 4 movies a week in order to catch up because we've already bought our tickets for the 27th to see Endgame, obviously. And yeah, we're going with about a group of 10 of us, so it's not like I can change if I'm not done in time. So I have to be done in time.
Yeah.
And if he's not able to finish with me, then I'm watching without him.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. There's only so many movies on Netflix, obviously, so we're renting most of them off of the Cineplex store.
Yeah. Wow. Good for you.
Jeez.
So, okay, so
Yeah.
before Endgame, what's the last movie you have to watch? Infinity War, right?
Yeah, Infinity War. And before
okay.
that is Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And then when are you going to watch those? Are you going to watch it like the day that you're going to see Endgame or like the night before?
Probably the night before, because we're watching it. Our tickets are at 6 o'clock. So, yeah.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
That's
I'm
incredible.
stoked to finish.
The galaxy is depending on you.
I know, right?
I love this. I absolutely love this.
Yeah.
Hey, Lindsay, thank you very much for listening to the Roz Mocha Show.
Absolutely. I listen every morning.
Have a wonderful day, Lindsay.
Thanks, you too.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All right, I'm late to the game.
Late to the game.
But I finally
Ain't no
just
shit.
watched.
Oh, I thought we were rapping.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I ain't got nothing. I got no bars. I ain't
Oh,
spitting
but you
nothing.
just said. I thought
you were rapping. I was gonna be your hype man, your backup man.
Oh, no, I was going to say, I finally got around to watching the Lion King trailer that came out
now.
yesterday.
Okay, let's dish.
Trending number 1 on YouTube, 8.7 million views so far.
Okay, what do you think?
Dude, this is probably the best live-action Disney remake
Yes.
I've seen.
Yes.
And
incredible.
I loved Cinderella and Jungle Book.
Yeah.
I loved all of those.
Yeah, so did I. Jungle Book was real great, but this is something like I've never seen before. It's so incredible. There's a couple things that people have minor issues with. One, Jeremy Irons isn't doing the voice anymore, right? And
James Earl Jones is.
James Earl Jones is, but people loved Jeremy Irons. It's Jeremy Irons, right? Who did Scar, right? Yeah. So people are a little bit bent out of that. And then also the look of Scar, because Scar in the animated thing is a black maned lion. So he has the back half of his mane is black. And when you look at Scar in this, he's not that. And so they're taking a few issues. I know, but they're taking a few. I know.
But I think it's important all of the songs are back.
Yes.
And you see some in the trailer. I think that's crucial.
Right. And I guess everybody is just waiting for the Beyonce and Childish Gambino track, right?
Listen, July 19th cannot arrive any quicker.
Yeah.
And it's in IMAX. Oh my God, yes.
This will be the first time I've ever seen Lion King. I've never seen Lion King.
You can't see this before you see the other.
I'm going to see this before the other.
No, dude,
That's
please.
the rules.
No. I think you should watch the animated one first and then watch this.
No, I'm seeing this one first.
I have an idea. We totally
We're
tie
not doing
Roz to a
that.
chair.
We're not doing that. I don't even know what you're going to say next, but we're not doing that.
I was going to suggest something completely different that didn't start with we're going to tie Roz to a chair.
Yeah, thank you.
I was just going to suggest, Roz, why don't you come over to my place?
Thank you.
We'll watch it.
Yeah.
We'll crush a couple of pizzas, some beer.
Go on.
And bags of chips, and we'll just kick it and watch Lion King, the animated one first, before...
You didn't let me finish.
No, you don't get to finish that thought.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Meghan Markle has gone.
Princess? What happened? What's she doing now?
Well, historically, when the royals sort of have a baby, they walk out of that hospital beautiful. Hours after giving birth, hair did, makeup did, hold the little kid. The world's press, who've been camped out there for weeks.
The Lion King, the whole situation.
Thank you. It's exactly the Lion King.
Right?
Yes. So they're not doing that. At all. There will be no camping out for pictures of Meghan Markle's baby.
Can I guess? They're going to live stream it on Instagram.
No.
They put it on Instagram TV.
Maybe, because they have Insta now, right?
Yeah.
No, this is the statement. Let me read this to you. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are very grateful for the goodwill that they have received from the people throughout the United Kingdom and around the world as they prepare to welcome their baby. Their Royal Highnesses have taken a personal decision to keep the plans around the arrival of their baby private.
Oh.
The Duke and Duchess look forward to sharing the exciting news with everyone once they have had an opportunity to celebrate privately as a new family. No pictures for you.
None?
None.
How am I supposed to double tap?
Yeah, they'll release it on probably their own Insta.
Oh,
but no, the show is not going to happen. The baby show has been canceled.
The Lion King.
Did you see that trailer yesterday?
You know what? I didn't.
You didn't?
I didn't watch it, no.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what I was doing yesterday. I didn't see it.
Bro.
Yeah? Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I've never seen The Lion King.
You've never... Oh, that's right.
No, I've never seen
How
Lion
did you
King.
miss... In the catalog of Disney animation, how is it that you've missed The Lion King?
Well, because when was Lion King released, Maury? When was that
90s.
released?
1997.
1997. I was like...
No, but you have a daughter now. How have you not watched it with Roxy?
That's another great question. How did I not go? I lived when Lion King was in Toronto at the whatever theater that was on King Street.
Princess of Wales?
Yeah. The whole time that it was at that theater, my apartment, my window looked at the back of I saw the Lion King sign for the entire time that it was there.
Yeah.
I never once bought a ticket. So I've never seen the live performance. I've never seen the movie.
How is Roxy supposed to learn about the circle of life?
No, Roxy's seen it.
Without you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you choose not to?
No, it's just never happened. I've never seen The Lion King. But this trailer, man, oh my God.
I cried.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah. People cried at the trailer, bruh.
Okay, I'm going to watch it. Okay.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So, Shazam's finally out.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I am looking as forward to Shazam as I think that I am to Avengers.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow,
For different
really?
reasons, though. For different reasons. Avengers, I need my closure.
Sure.
I want to sit there and make an event out of it. It's going to be 3 hours, and I'm going to love every minute of it. Shazam, to me, it just looks like it's in the comic book world, but it looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
And it's been so long since there have been a fun sort of comic booky hero movie that wasn't terrible.
Yeah. They tried to do that with Spider-Man, I find.
Yeah, even Spider-Man is a little too on the nose for me. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I love Tom Holland. I think Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man.
And I love that they shot Shazam in Toronto.
Oh,
it's all Toronto, right?
Yeah.
David Morey caught up with Shazam himself, Zachary Levi.
When you're doing a superhero movie, there's superheroes and heroes. Aren't all heroes super?
No, I mean, you would. I think on some level, obviously, a true hero, you might use a word like, "Hey, they're super." Like that's cool. You know, they're awesome. But I think the super before the hero and superhero pertains specifically to like greater than real power, like can shoot electricity from their hands or can fly or can teleport. That's the super bit. So there are plenty of actual real honest to God heroes that just unfortunately can't fly yet or shoot flames from their hands, you know.
How much do you miss playing this character? Like, did you think you were actually Shazam when you were in that outfit?
I mean, I don't know. As much as any other role that I've tried to, embody and make as real as possible, sure. No, it's a really, really fun role to play because I just get to tap into my inner 14-year-old, and when I'm surrounded by these incredibly talented young men, I'd literally just feed off of their youth. I'm like, yeah. What is it like to be young with no responsibility? Show me that again, and then I just channel that. So it's great.
Maury talks like you should be the mother of like an 11-year-old. boy who is constantly rolling his eyes. What are you watching, Shazam?
Mom, it's Shazam!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So what's this jive that they're going to legalize tailgating? Not tailgating while driving, but like tailgating before a game.
Dougie!
This sounds like the most pandering thing ever. Although, don't get me wrong. Like, I am all like, this is the problem, right? Is that Doug Ford comes out and says something like, or the alludes to the fact that we're going to let adults be adults when it comes to drinking, right?
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that notion. I love that idea, but you just don't do it on the heels of doing all the crap stuff that you suggested doing last week, right? It's a bad look, man.
Yeah.
You know, what I didn't like was all the years with Kathleen Wynne where she wanted to be our mama, right? Where drinking was like this, mama had to regulate it.
Sure.
Mama had to say yes.
Yeah.
You know, mama,
you drink when I tell you.
Yeah, you drink
can.
where I tell you and how I tell you. Like, Mama had the, like, she had, you know, some every now and then back in the day you would see like the parent and they had the kid in the harness in the mall and you were like, wow.
Oh, with the leash?
With the leash, right? Like that, like I like that's what Kathleen Wynne had us on, and the liquor cabinet was just out of reach. Yeah. Right? And she'd yank it back every now and then.
You're like, but Mom!
Yeah. So don't get me wrong. I'm all for letting adults be adults. I really am. It was just the optics of this after last week are horrendous for Doug
What's
Ford.
this guy doing? Like, he's confusing the hell out of me now.
Well, geez. Don't try and understand him. I stopped long ago.
Dougie!
So tailgating, we know, because you see it everywhere, right? Which is,
dude, in the States,
drinking in the back of a pickup truck in a parking lot before game.
Beautiful. And there's like,
it's gorgeous.
They got a barbecue that they bought from Walmart. That's just full of like sausage and steak and ribs.
But will we have the same rules as the U.S.? Will we be able to just barbecue out the side of our trunk?
You should be able to. But I'll say this, though. The problem is that in Toronto, aside from BMO, what place has parking?
Nowhere. It's literally BMO Field.
Oh, so you have to have a car for tailgating?
Yeah, it's a parking lot.
No, it's in a parking lot, though.
It's the parking lot beside the stadium.
So what they do at Jurassic Park, that's not tailgating?
No, you can't set up shop there. Are you nuts?
Like when you watch like, you know, U.S. college football or something like that, there's a parking lot beside the stadium. Like, imagine this, because I know
it's on the property.
Right. People who live in Toronto, this is going to sound crazy to you. When you go to other places, right, other cities, like their hockey arena and their baseball stadium, they have parking lots.
Yeah.
But you're thinking only Toronto. Like, if this is an Ontario thing, there are smaller arenas for smaller, I guess.
I know, but what are you going to do? Like, tailgate at your Tykes game at 6:30 a.m. on a Sunday? Right? Like, you only want it for the big games.
What about the Marlies?
At Rico?
Can you not do it there?
But it's the same thing.
There's a parking lot right across there.
No, but it's the same thing as going to BMO. So what? You have like a shared parking lot where you're going to go and do your tailgating? Right? It's only in that one area where BMO and Rico, well, it's not Rico Coliseum anymore, Coca-Cola Coliseum, but it's in that one area. Like if you go to Rogers Center, for example.
There's no tailgating.
There's no tailgating because the parking is all underground.
Well, unless you're parking cars all along Blue Jays Way. But what about the Hamilton Tiger?
You can't. No, it's not a parking lot.
Okay, the Hamilton Tiger Cats has a parking lot.
So I'm going to go to Hamilton just to eat ribs and drink beer in a parking lot?
Yeah. Or, but here's the thing, is that the Argos play at BMO, right? So you can tailgate at Argos, you can tailgate at FC.
I know,
but you can't at Leafs, which is really the shame of this all, right? You can't with the Leafs.
And you can't with the Raptors.
And you can't with the Raptors because it's the same.
So Hamilton Tiger Cats.
So I guess you're going, Hamilton or Toronto. I mean, there's one place we can do it. One place. But anyway, stop trying to understand the stuff that Doug Ford did.
Dougie!
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix? Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, John, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Not much. Thank you very much for your FML.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so, John, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha FML, Fix My Life. My wife and I are expecting our first child. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
We are in an interfaith marriage, and now that we're pregnant, my in-laws want to push their faith onto the child's upbringing and disregard what my wife and I have decided to do. Now, we've tried addressing the topic, but have fallen on deaf ears. Please help.
So, John, when you say interfaith, what do you believe in? What does your wife's family believe in?
So I'm Catholic, and they're Jewish.
Right.
It's a little stressful, truthfully.
So what is your wife's stand on this? Like, what is she? What are the conversations she's having with her parents versus what she's having with you?
So she did just recently stand up for herself, and all she received was talk to your father, and nothing really came of it.
Yeah.
And our view on it is we're just going to do neutral, do all the high holidays for both, and just teach it both. And whenever it gets to an age where it understands whatever it wants, whatever faith, it can go and do its own thing.
These things are, being in any sort of interfaith or mixed marriage of any kind, there's challenges, but the challenges are not faith. Like I find that people that I know, okay, have an easier time in a relationship and with a family where it's interfaith than it is if one person is religious and the other is not.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I see real problems happening. But when it becomes faith, I think that faith is for people like yourselves, and you sound like this, that it's a lot less of the kind of hardline dogma of the religion and more about just faith. Right? Like that's what seems like it's important to both of you. And you can celebrate everything, but I think that your in-laws want you to make a choice for the kid, and there is no choice but to do it their way, right?
Yeah.
John, have you had a conversation with your in-laws?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Truthfully, I'm not going to lie, they're a little intimidating.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I hear you. Listen, man, my wife and I are the exact same way as you with when our son is old enough to make his own decision or to figure out if he wants to follow a certain path of religion. We'll leave it up to him. We never baptized our son. We never did any of that because we don't want to. I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but we don't want to force. We don't want to force religion on him.
No, but I think that what you guys are comfortable with, and I lean more towards Mocha's way of thinking here. But I think that what you guys are trying to do is to give the kid both. It's not to deprive them of both. It's to give the kid both, and you can teach them both sides of things. And if it's just about faith and being a good human being and everything else and celebrating all the holidays, then, of course, a kid wins, but you don't feel that you guys are supported in any way in that what seems like a very rational decision for 2019, right?
And at the end of the day, John, really, this decision is yours and your wife to make, the final call on, not your in-laws.
Yeah, true.
And you knew that this was going to happen. I mean, that, being in an interfaith relationship, that problems happen. There are conflicts, and you guys had to have been ready for this, and you had to have known that, at least your wife would have had to have known her parents' feelings on what the day would be like when she does have a kid, if they started talking about, whether they're going to raise the kid Jewish or not. She had to have known this. So I don't think it's that much of a surprise. I just think that maybe you're a little surprised that it's such a fight.
Yeah, I'd say that's fairly accurate. So
I think you and your wife need to have a conversation with how you're going to have the conversation with your in-laws together, as opposed to your wife having a conversation with them or you telling your wife what, you know what I mean? Like there just needs to be a group discussion face-to-face, but go in with a plan with your wife.
Yeah, okay. That's fantastic.
Also, it's your choice.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of parental guilt that starts when kids are young, and it sometimes goes away. But oftentimes when you're dealing with a religious household, that guilt, which is often faith-based, sticks around for a lifetime. And it's not right for parents to do that. It's just like it's not you. Like you can't guilt your adult children to raising their children and living their lives the way that you think that they should for their entire lives. It comes down to this: it's your choice. If you and your wife are on the same page, you have your kids' best interests at heart, then screw it.
Perfect, man. I appreciate it, guys.
All right, John, take care, man. Thank you so much for reaching out.
All right, guys, you take care.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, only on Kiss.
It'll cry.
Hellboy.
Yeah.
Drops tomorrow. And I really enjoyed the first few Hellboy movies with Ron Perlman.
The Guillermo del Toro ones.
So good.
Yeah. I like David Harbour, and from what I've seen, I haven't seen Hellboy yet, the new one. David Harbour, of course, Jim Hopper from Stranger Things, and now Hellboy. He's got that voice. He seems like he's kind of badass.
He, and in like the full getup, he looks, it's uncanny how he looks just like Ron Perlman as Hellboy.
Yeah.
Like they did such a good job with this.
Yeah, because Hellboy, when Ron Perlman played Hellboy, it still looked like Ron Perlman.
It did.
It's just Ron Perlman playing Hellboy. When David Harbour does it, he still sort of looks like Ron Perlman playing Hellboy.
A little bit, yeah.
Because I think that maybe just Ron Perlman just happens to look like Hellboy.
Oh yeah, he ugly, man.
Wow.
So, Devin Moore was hanging out with David Harbour. I guess it was his birthday.
Oh my God, David!
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Happy birthday! Okay, so here's the thing. Because like I didn't know if you'd eat anything, so I printed a picture of a cupcake for you with a candle on it.
Yeah, I want to blow
And
it
I don't know
up.
if we can like light anything in here. And since I'm like superly gay, I could be. I'm enough flame for all of us.
Hold on, let me make a wish.
Don't blow it up. Can I have the wish? You're gonna get enough wishes today. Can I have this wish?
All right, fine.
You'll donate the wish?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Ready?
Yeah.
These two guys just sitting there with a picture of a cupcake blowing it on a piece of paper.
What did you wish for, Maury? Oh, he can't tell me.
Because it won't come true. Duh, you know the rules.
Are we supposed to find Hellboy sexy? Help me out here. And also, no offense, but Hellboy doesn't look like the kind of guy that would go to the gym. He looks like it. He doesn't act like that.
No.
So, am I supposed to find him sexy? And does he have better abs than Aquaman or Zac Effron?
Yeah, well, more consistent, that's for sure, because he's going to have those abs while I'm well into my 70s, because those are rubber abs, man. Right. Those are not David Harbour abs, which are nice. If you really want a beach body, stop going to the gym and go to my makeup artist, Joel Harlow, and he will give you the body that you want.
But are we supposed to find him sexy?
That's a good question, man. That is a good question. I don't know. I mean, I guess the short answer is yes.
Okay, I'll try harder.
Maury's like, I got a punchline here, bro. Just like, give me an answer.
And of course, with Stranger Things, July 4th is when the new season drops on Netflix. So, I mean, they had to. You can't interview David Harbour and not ask him about the new season or just Stranger Things in general, right?
You said that 4 seasons is not enough. Why is that? Like, you want more?
I thought you said the 4 seasons. Like, the 4 seasons is not enough. 4 seasons is not enough. Yes, I don't think 4 seasons is enough. I mean,
why?
I mean, because I'm a fan. What am I going to watch after 4 seasons? You know what I mean? Like, I love that show. So I know there's an end to the story, and I know they want to end it, but I just feel like 5. I feel like 5 is a satisfying number, right? The pentamical season, what would you call it?
Don't look at me to help you out with these words.
Come on, help me out with the word
pentagon.
The pentagon season, the pentagonal season.
There we go.
We need a pentagonal season.
I don't know if that's the right word.
Wow! Don't ask me what a word is. Don't you dare ask me what a word is.
But David Harbour stars as Hellboy in theaters tomorrow.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
How gross are you compared to everybody else is the question. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you let me know where you sort of fall into these categories, the percentages of people that answer this survey.
Okay.
How often do you change your bed sheets? Do you go more than a month? or pretty much never change them?
No, I would say at least once a month.
Okay.
Or like every 3 weeks, maybe?
When I
Or
lived
2 weeks?
alone, it was like never, but Matthew does it every other week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say about
that's
that.
a lot. 50% of people usually go more than a month.
More?
Yeah. 50%.
I'll say this.
6% of people said, quote, pretty much never.
Oh, gross.
In the wintertime, why? You don't sweat.
Oh, I sweat.
But I mean, still, then the sweat dries.
Oh, yeah, I sweat. I sweat a lot when I sleep.
When I was single before I met Jenna,
Yeah.
yeah, I went months without changing them
Of course
sheets.
you did. Of course.
Is the mattress under where you sleep, Roz, is it all yellow?
Probably. I sweat a lot when I sleep. Like I woke up the other day and I was on my side. And you know that little hole in the corner of your eye, like in the top of the bridge of your nose in the corner of your eye?
It's called a tear duct.
There was a bead of sweat right there that had run from my forehead.
Are you sure it wasn't a tear?
across.
'Cause you're having a sad dream?
No, because there was a trail from my hairline where the sweat had dripped, and then the center of my chest. When I wake up, if you could give me anything, like I could take my phone, and the center of my chest is always so sweaty. I could stick my phone to it and then walk out of the room if I wanted to.
Sweat?
It's so
Wow.
sweaty. Like I
Really?
get so sweaty when it grosses Catherine out. Like it really does. She gets so grossed out by it. But yeah, I sweat a lot. Okay, so how often do you brush your teeth? So keep in mind, we're talking about the gross people.
Yeah.
Okay. So 48% of people said that they always brush their teeth twice a day.
Yes.
38% of people said once or twice a day, depending on the situation.
Yes, that's
yeah, I'm there. Every day in the morning, for sure.
Right.
Most days of the week, I'll brush my teeth at night before going to bed.
Have you ever-
I'd say like maybe 5 out of the 7 days, I'll brush my teeth at night.
Have you ever been in such a rush that you just squirt toothpaste in your mouth and then swish with water and then out the door you go?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I've been in so much of a rush that I've just had left the house without brushing my teeth.
What's an acceptable amount of time to leave the dishes in the sink?
Oh, God.
55% of people said 1 day, 23% of people said a few days, and 3% of people said longer.
So when I was single,
Yeah.
I was in that 3%.
Yeah.
Sometimes like a full week, dirty ass dishes and like the water still in some of the dishes where it would stink.
Yeah.
And at that point I'd wash.
Yeah.
Now, I don't like having dishes in the sink.
Right.
There could be 3 things. There could be one thing and I'll wash it if it can't go in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And dry it and put it away.
How often do you clean your bathroom? 71% of people, this is a big number, 71% of people said at least once a month.
Yeah.
22% of people said, quote, a few times a year.
Oh, gross.
That again, the question was, how often do you clean your bathroom? 22% of people said a few times a year.
Nasty.
That's when the toilet starts looking yellow.
Yeah.
Right? How often do you shower?
Every day.
57% of people said once a day.
Yep.
7% of people said twice a day. 35% of people said that they do not shower every day. 1% of people said they take a shower maybe once a week.
Ah, you dirty, stinking. Nasty.
Maury?
Maury's looking down right now. I think in embarrassment.
Yeah.
I shower every morning, but sometimes like you do the armpit check, and if you have to go out somewhere, if it, if a deodorant can fix it, then you just go.
Ugh, okay. Do you ever wear a shirt twice without washing it? Yeah.
Because you have your half day theory.
What about underpants? You wear your underpants twice without washing them?
Yeah.
3 times?
Yeah.
4 times?
Yeah.
5?
No.
Okay. Yeah. 5? 5?
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All right, Roz and Mocha.
Okay, Mocha.
What?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do the news!
I guess we're doing the news.
Thanks, man.
I love it.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Jeff Bezos' wife, after their divorce settlement, everybody was wondering what the dollar figure was going to be that she walked away with. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the history of the world.
Amazon.
his estimated $149 billion fortune.
Damn.
Now, she was with him at the very beginning. Like, I think like she was like doing accounting for Amazon and stuff like this, and he was like trying to get this off the ground. So she's got a real big stake in this. According to the Washington Post, her portion of the settlement is $36 billion.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Which will, out of the gate, make her the richest woman in the world.
That ain't bad.
Like,
bravo.
Right.
Bravo. You get that prime money, girl.
Oh, my God. It's just a rude amount of money. It's so rude. Charlize Theron was at CinemaCon in Vegas with Seth Rogen talking about their new movie, The Long Shot. And she did an interview with E.T., and I really had no idea that Charlize Theron was single, because I think that she had like a thing with Sean Penn not that long ago, and then there were rumors about her and Brad Pitt. But according to her, she's like single and looking.
What?
Yes.
No.
Listen,
For the average guy, it's a long shot.
It really isn't. I've been single for 10 years. It's not a long shot. Somebody just needs to grow a pair and step up.
She's shockingly available.
I am shockingly available.
She's out there.
Yes. I have made it very clear.
Okay.
Listen to Seth Rogen
I
like
know,
laughing nervously,
right?
like, oh, I wonder if I have a chance.
Right. So, shockingly available is the quote from Charlize Theron. Who
She
knew?
just needs somebody to
Step up, grow a pair, and step up. I'll tell you, man. You know what makes stepping up really difficult?
What?
It's when a woman tells you to grow a pair and step up.
Yeah.
Makes it real hard. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah, it's pretty intimidating.
Yeah, it's very intimidating, but I love her. I love her. I love
I
that.
had no idea. 10 years. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I loved it in 2019. I love that Charlize Theron is the type of woman that is grow a pair and step up.
Yeah.
I love that. I love her. Prince Harry wants Fortnite banned.
What?
Prince Harry wants Fortnite banned.
Banned from where? Like England?
Yes, from the UK.
No, are you serious?
Yes.
Can he do that?
Yes.
I don't know.
Well,
if they
no,
can do
he
that.
can't. He can't do that. Saying that Fortnite is more addictive than drugs and alcohol. He said the game, quote, shouldn't be allowed. It's created to addict, he said. An addiction to keep you in front of a computer for as long as possible. It's so irresponsible.
Well, just the other day, we were talking about, there was a study that was done saying how addictive Fortnite was and like the effects it was having on all these kids.
Yeah. So at next month's World Health Assembly, gaming disorder is anticipated to pass as an addiction to the International Classification of Diseases. So that's expected to happen next month. Prince Harry wants Fortnite banned. It's irresponsible, he says. Astronaut David St. Jacques is going to be the first Canadian to perform a spacewalk in 12 years today. So the Canadian Space Agency robotics flight controllers will provide support to David while he performs his mission with NASA astronaut Anne McClain. Now, it's scheduled for right around 8 a.m., but like you're in space and you're at the space station, and like at this point, you think that you're going to get to do all sorts of cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like when you walk into space, it's like what? Like you put the suit on. It's the first time a Canadian has done this in 12 years. You walk into space and you think that they're going to have you do some monumental things, like when you're out there, because you're in space.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's maintenance.
Oh.
Right? Like, listen, so
here's a screwdriver?
Yeah, basically, yes.
Yeah.
So it involves, listen, okay, so he's got to relocate a battery adapter.
Oh, boring.
Okay?
Yeah.
He's got to upgrade the station's wireless communication system. And connect jumper cables along the midpoint to the station's main truss to give the Canadarm2 an alternative power source.
So basically, he's our geek squad?
Right, yeah.
Come on, bro.
Right?
Come on.
And don't get me wrong, it's monumental, proud of him.
I understand.
The man is in space.
I understand it's very important work. Somebody has to do it.
Right.
But like, I don't know. Don't they got Russians up there? Like that just got there recently? Like give them something to do.
Like they couldn't have plugged the extension cord in and then I can go and do cool stuff
as
now.
they were passing by.
Right?
Like, fam, we got you.
Yes. Like I can't go and just like release stuff into space to see how long it takes to float. You know what I mean? Like I want to do some cool things, man. I don't want to put the jumper cables on the arm. That's my time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's going down.
I didn't go to school for this.
Thank you. During the WWE Hall of Fame event in New York,
Yeah.
Bret Hart was being inducted again And he was attacked on stage, or I guess like in the ring when they did it. So he was doing his speech, and somebody jumped into the ring and like tackled him and punched him. 26-year-old Zachary Madsen was arrested on assault and criminal trespassing charges. He said, quote, "I just felt like it was the right moment." This is apparently what he told police.
What?
He was ordered to pay $1,500 bond and his arraignment on assault and criminal trespassing charges in a Brooklyn criminal court. So $1,500 for jumping in the ring and punching Bret Hart.
He got his ass whooped too.
Yeah, he did. They
by a lot of
really went
people.
hard on
I
him.
was reading on Reddit because there was multiple angles.
Yeah.
Of what happened, and somebody said that the most amount of punches that came from a person who came to Bret Hart's rescue was UFC fighter Travis Brown.
Oh, really? Yeah?
Yeah, he was the one that laid in the most amount of like fist on face punches to this guy.
Man. You got to watch out when you do this stuff. Apparently, 82% of us agree that social media is a huge waste of time.
What? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. So 82% of people surveyed agreed that social media is a huge waste of time. 57% of people think that it does more to divide people than unite people. And 55% of people think that it spreads more lies than it does truth. However, 69% of us check it at least once a day.
Yep.
At least once a day. 6 in 10 people don't trust Facebook to protect their personal information. Only 6% of people say that they trust it, quote, a lot. And yet everybody uses Facebook. Nobody trusts Facebook, but everybody still uses Facebook. It's wild, man. It's wild.
Like people who smoke. You know it's bad for you, but they still do it.
Yeah, because it's addictive, just like social media.
I think this morning I've checked Instagram like 7 times already.
Yeah, and it's like early, man.
Yeah.
It's like not even 8.
Yeah.
Jeez. R. Kelly did a gig over the weekend.
He's still allowed to perform?
Where he sang for 28 seconds.
What?
To 100 people who paid $100 for the tickets. But then I guess ticket sales were not what they were expecting. So as soon as R. Kelly showed up in this venue, and the venue is tiny, like tiny little place, they dropped the ticket prices to $50. Now, before that happened, R. Kelly does a video on Instagram asking people to go easy on him.
Yo, this your boy Kels, and I got an event to do tonight in Springfield, Illinois. So I want the media to take it easy on me, man. This is how I got to get paid now for right now.
Oh, okay.
So I got to go do this event, and it's a party.
Yeah.
So when you see me in the club with a couple of drinks in my hand and chilling, please take it easy.
Right.
Appreciate it, y'all. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, no problem. We'll do that. We'll get right on that.
So he only performed for 28 seconds, though?
He sang for 28 seconds.
How long was he supposed to sing for? Was he supposed to do a full set?
I don't know. I have no idea.
And were people giving refunds?
I don't know.
That's weird.
He sang for 28 seconds.
What a strange guy.
Which is, what a terrible
so
person.
Weird.
So Whoopi Goldberg was back on The View yesterday. Whoopi was off for a really long time because she was dealing with pneumonia and sepsis. And came back briefly and then had to go back into the hospital again. And from what I understand, it was like real touch and go. And during her absence, Meghan McCain and Joy have really their feud has been like escalating to the point of where one of them may actually die.
Oh, wow.
And so Whoopi was back to play referee yesterday. Listen to this. This is Whoopi shutting down the fight.
Solvents, give them a house, give them food, help their children.
Give a Nicaraguan
stop the crime rates.
Well, we've had a bunch of liberal guests who do not want to send in aid at all.
Listen to you. Let me just finish.
Yeah, part of your job is to listen to me.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what's not going to happen today. We're not going to do this. Everybody gets a conversation piece. Everybody gets to say their piece, and we don't need to comment if we don't like what we're hearing. Just let folks talk. Yeah. So finish what you're saying.
I forgot what it was now.
Oh, wow.
But so there's this new book called Ladies Who Punch, the explosive inside story of The View. And the author went and interviewed all the old co-hosts from The View and asked them to give them the dirt. And they all just exploded with dirt.
Really?
Yeah.
Even Barbara Walters?
I don't know. They didn't talk to Barbara Walters, but everybody talks about Barbara Walters. Jenny McCarthy says that Barbara Walters was the worst human being on the face of the earth.
No.
And so Jenny McCarthy says that Barbara would like come into the makeup room, look at what Jenny McCarthy was wearing. If it was too sexy or it didn't compliment what Barbara was wearing or it clashed with what Barbara was wearing, she had to go and change. And Jenny McCarthy was telling the story about how she was sitting in her dressing room one time and Barbara walked into her dressing room and told her that in the bathroom down the hall, there was a tampon in the toilet. And Jenny McCarthy was like, it's not my tampon. And Barbara Walters was like, okay. And then Jenny McCarthy got up and like went and had to go flush the tampon.
No,
because Barbara Walters was not going to go and flush somebody's tampon. And she's like, maybe she came to me because I was the youngest, and maybe I'm the only one that still gets their period. She's like, but it wasn't my tampon. Whoopi Goldberg, though, in this new book, gets it the worst. So according to Jenny McCarthy, Barbara Walters was terrible. But Whoopi Goldberg, she says, quote, to me, Whoopi had an addiction to controlling people's thoughts, their words, the room, the table, your feelings, your mind. She had an addiction to controlling all of it and everybody. She said that Jenny McCarthy said that her time on The View was a miserable experience and she would go home from work crying. She goes, every day I went home, I was miserable. It was really the most miserable I've been in my 25 years in show business. Wow. Rosie O'Donnell says this of Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg was as mean as anyone has ever been on television to me, worse than Fox.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Rosie O'Donnell's doctor told her that she needed to leave the show because it was going to kill her. Anyway, the book is called Ladies Who Punch, the explosive inside story of The View. I can't wait for that.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Girl, the drama.
Okay, so the new book, Ladies Who Punch, the explosive inside story of The View. And you haven't heard this yet, which is incredible. So we were just talking, if you're just joining us now, how everybody in this book, because they interviewed all the old co-hosts of The View, everybody says that Barbara Walters was the worst. She made Jenny McCarthy flush a tampon. And then next on the list of people who they say is the worst is Whoopi Goldberg. And Rosie O'Donnell had said that Whoopi Goldberg was as mean as anyone has ever been to me on television, even worse than Fox. And a clip was released to sort of complement this book. And when Elizabeth Hasselbeck was on The View,
I thought she had the most amount of drama on that show.
She did. And she was the sort of conservative voice on The View, right? Much like Meghan McCain is now. Elizabeth Hasselbeck's role was to sort of be the conservative Christian on, but still level-headed and still able to have the conversation and healthy debate, healthy dialogue. And they released audio of Elizabeth Hasselbeck backstage, like what she tried to quit during the show. She was so mad at Barbara Walters that she tried to quit The View while they were still taping The View. The show is live. So they're live on the air and she's trying to quit the show. So here, I'll play you a little bit right now of what got everything started. So it's Elizabeth Hasselbeck, Joy, and Barbara, and they're debating the morning after pill being able to be available over the counter.
This is going to be that's a loophole in your argument. I'm saying this. I wish that it were available. I'm not saying I don't believe it's the right thing, but this is a slippery slope to just eliminating life. And you know what? For people who want the government to stay out of their business and do what the heck you want with your body and stay, then why are you for universal health care? Folks, okay, we could go you on. want that same government? Elizabeth, calm down, dear. I can't. This makes me so upset, Barbara. I know, but everybody has strong opinions, and there are many other arguments that other people could give you. I think the most important thing, which is what we see today, is we've got to be able to have these discussions and listen to other people's opinions, and not go so crazy that you don't listen to anybody's opinion. I heard everything you said. I just am emphatic I barely started. Well, and it's not just my opinion, but we have to go on and we have to learn how to discuss these things in some sort of
rational way.
Let's see what Sally Field thinks.
We'll be right back with Sally
So
Field.
then they go to commercial and they're live, and Elizabeth storms off the set and she's racing down to her dressing room, but their mics are still on.
That. I'm not going to sit there and get reprimanded on the air. I am not going to get reprimanded on. No, it's not okay to sit there and get reprimanded on the air. You know what? Then talk if you want to talk.
I know.
What the? Like I'm not going back out there. I'm not going back out there.
Come into my office here.
No, I'm not going back out there. You know what? I can take it in the meeting room. I'm not taking it out there on air.
Okay, honey.
I'm not taking it.
I hear what you're saying.
What the f? I don't even swear. She has me swearing. This woman's driving me nuts.
Oh my God. I know.
I'm not going. I'm not going back out. I can't do the show like this. She just reprimanded me. She knew exactly what she was doing.
I know.
Goodbye. I'm off. Write about that in the New York Post.
Oh! Elizabeth Hasselbeck!
Dude, yeah. And then,
wow.
And then Barbara comes down and tells her to stop acting like a child. And
oh, man.
But then they went back on, and when they went back live, like, they're sitting there hugging for the cameras.
The wonderful thing about this show is that we can have discussions that we feel very emotional about.
We can.
And we respect your opinions.
Thank you. I respect yours as well. I love being with you guys. I love your passion.
Oh, and everybody's friends again. I love you. No, I love you. No, I love you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Chris Davis broke a Major League Baseball record last night for the longest hitless streak by any position player. The Orioles' first baseman. Oh, this is a tough one to say.
Oh, here, I'll turn the music down so you can concentrate.
So last night he went 0 for 5.
Yeah.
Okay, against Oakland.
Okay.
And that pushed his hitless streak to 49 at-bats, setting the longest such streak ever recorded in baseball history. The Orioles still owe him $92 million on his guaranteed money contract because he re-signed an extension in 2015. Last year, he set another record, batting a .168. That was his batting average over the course of 128 games and 522 plate appearances. That batting average is the worst for any qualified hitter in Major League Baseball history since the league adopted the current 162 game schedule.
You need to practice more, bro.
When he's at bat and you watch the footage from last night, just the looks on fans' faces is
They're
just
like
so
disappointed.
Yeah.
Beyond disappointment.
Oh, it's so terrible.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mike the Situation, who is currently in jail, we know that.
Yeah. Thank you for saving this story on a Thursday.
Tax evasion. Apparently inside, this is according to Pauly D.
Okay.
Inside the joint.
Yeah. He's the boss.
He plays Scrabble with Billy McFarlane, who's the Fire Festival guy.
Oh, no. Don't get linked up with that guy.
Okay.
That dude is bad news.
And the celebrity phone hacker guy who hacked all the nudes
Oh, no.
from all the iCloud accounts from
That's
people.
the situation.
So those are his two
Is
boys.
locked up with?
Yeah, those are his two dudes that he plays Scrabble with. Are the Fire Festival guy and the nude photo hacking dude.
Hey, you know, tonight on MTV is the Pauly D and Vinny dating show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Will we get a Star Wars trailer on Friday? Tomorrow.
Hold on. What?
That's the question. So, Star Wars Celebration in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's this weekend.
Starts today. It's 11th to the 15th. And Disney's been in an odd sort of predicament right now because with The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, at this point before release, because Star Wars comes out December 20th, at this point before release, we knew the name of the movie. We knew Force Awakens and we knew The Last Jedi. But Disney right now is so hyper-focused on Endgame and Avengers that they don't want to overshadow that rollout. So we have had no Star Wars info, and we're now deep into April.
Hold on a second. I think I got it.
What's that?
How did I not see this before?
Okay, go ahead.
But Disney today are presenting to the investors Disney Plus, the streaming service, and going through the programming and going to give them some info on some of the original programming.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's also going to be a part of the presentation where they'll be like, hey, by the way, it's Star Wars Celebration Weekend in Chicago. Here's a trailer.
No.
Oh.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because tomorrow's the panel with J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy.
Okay, so it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But even if there is, because what we have right now is what we were just talking about, which is, so yes, they have Disney Plus coming out. Like, Disney has a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
And do you release Star Wars footage to overshadow the rollout of Disney Plus? Do you release Star Wars footage that may overshadow the release of Avengers Endgame? Star Wars, as soon as you release anything, it will overshadow everything else that Disney has.
Well, chances are they're going to show the Star Wars trailer during the pre-roll of Endgame.
Maybe?
I think they would have to.
I would agree with you.
I think they would have to.
I would agree with you.
If I remember correctly, wasn't it Star Wars Celebration last year around this time? That's when they released the trailer for Last Jedi.
Yeah.
So they have to do it
But
tomorrow.
they didn't have Endgame like days away. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
I know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so new Star Wars trailer or something footage, something may come out tomorrow.
It'll happen.
Okay.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
It is now time for Ask Roz and Mocha. For episode 73 of the podcast. This is where we take the questions that you've asked on Instagram at Kiss925, and we'll try to go through as many as we can, and we will also have somebody on the phone with us. So we say hello to Aaron. What's going on? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, Roz and Mocha.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Doing great. How long have you been listening to the Roz and Mocha show for?
You know what? I think I've been listening pretty much since the beginning.
Wow. Almost 10 years now, huh?
Yeah. I started listening when I started my current job, and I'm still here, and it's almost 10 years, I think.
Oh, nice. So what's your question for the podcast?
Okay, so my question is, what's a common experience for many people that you've never experienced?
Oh,
and I use the example, I never attended my high school or college graduations.
Oh, wow. Why did you not go to your college or high school graduation?
You know what? High school, I think I was working, and I think I was actually out of the country for my college one.
Oh, all right. So
Yeah,
it's not like
yeah.
because you didn't want to be there.
No, it was just other commitments.
Yeah, like you didn't skip. All right.
So, Mocha, what are some common experiences that
I know
that
right off the
you've
bat.
never experienced?
Swimming, because I don't swim. I don't know how to
That's right.
swim. That's the first thing. As soon as I read your question, I was like, yeah, swimming, like swimming in the ocean.
Yeah.
I have two experiences that come to mind, like specifically.
Have you been in the ocean?
Yes. And I'll tell you that story right now.
Okay.
When my wife and I got married and we went for our honeymoon, we went to Turks and Caicos. And she really, really wanted to do this snorkeling day.
But you can't swim.
And I can't swim. But I said, I'll still go because it's like a full day of like drinking on the boat. And then you go to an island and you have some food. And then, you know, you do some snorkeling, whatever, right? I'll go because I know you really want to be in the water. I know you really, really want to do snorkeling.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know I don't swim, but I also know that they have life jackets. So I could like just hang out in the water with you while you go and like look at the fishies and
Just
stuff.
bob up and down.
And bob up and down. So we get out there and we're in the middle of the ocean. I start getting nervous because the water is just a tad choppy, but it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm totally safe because I have the life jacket.
Yeah.
So I get into the water and we get further and further out from the boat and I'm splashing around like, you know that I don't know what I'm doing.
Like you're just like you're trying to move, but you don't know the mechanics of how to move in water.
And the point that changed everything, I had the life jacket on and I saw how far we were from the boat.
Right.
And I panicked and I immediately both of my hands grabbed the life jacket, right, on the front. which I wasn't supposed to do, but I did. Yeah. And I immediately slowly started to turn in the water.
Yeah.
So I was front facing. Yeah. I ended up on my back, looking up at the sky, and slowly started turning the other way. And I did a full 360. My face was in the water. I opened my eyes and I see all the fishies down there. And I immediately panicked. Yeah. And I looked up at my wife and she said to me, she was like, I'd never seen that look on your face before. Yeah. It was like you legit went white. And I said, babe, I love you, but I'm going to go back to the boat.
Wow. And did you get back on your own?
I got back on my own because she was like, I'll come with you. I was like, no. You stay. You do your snorkeling thing. I'm just going to go kick it on the boat. Yeah. Like, I can make it back on my own. Terrified. And I just kicked my legs as fast as I could. I finally made it back to the boat.
Yeah.
I get on the boat, and there's a lady who also went back before I did. I had no idea. And she was throwing up over the side of the boat.
Oh, wow.
Because she got seasick.
Yeah.
So that was one experience. And then the next was we went on a vacation to Cabo, and we were with another couple. And we did another one of these boat excursions, and you had to jump into the water. And I was the one guy. Everybody on the boat got into the water, and it was just beautiful. And they went swimming, and it was just me and the guy driving the boat who didn't speak English. And I was there for maybe 35 minutes just by myself.
You're like the kid who sat at the front of the bus and talked to the driver.
Yeah. Except I couldn't talk to this guy because he didn't speak English.
Oh, man.
And at that point, I was like, this can't happen anymore. I need to learn how to swim.
It's also worth noting that Mocha's just bought a new house and he has a pool. And doesn't know how to swim.
This is going to be the summer that I'm going to take private lessons.
Yeah.
So.
I saw John Legend just did that. Did you see that?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Ryan Lochte just went over to John Legend's house and was teaching him how to swim. John Legend's 40, right?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Get Ryan Lochte?
Yeah.
I hope so. Maybe. I don't know. Somebody can teach me.
Also teach you how to lie and cover up a crime.
Do you have any of these, Roz?
Me, I have lots.
Okay.
I've never sent an emoji.
That's true. You never have.
Right?
Wait, why have you never sent?
I don't know.
You don't know how to find it on your phone,
They
right?
don't interest me. I've never been on a horse.
Ever?
No.
I'm an award-winning horseback rider.
I've never had Nutella. As we discovered, I've
You
never
have
seen.
never had Nutella?
No, I've never seen The Lion
Wait,
King.
Stop. Are you interested?
No.
Oh. If I bring in Nutella and spread it on a piece of bread, will you eat it?
No. I've never had short hair. Like I've never had like a guy haircut where like your hair is short where you don't need to brush it. Like I've never had.
Like you never buzzed off all your hair?
No, I've never had short hair. And I think that the big one is that I've never separated from a sibling. I'm 45. My brother's 48. Or I'm 44. He's 47. I don't remember. But we still live together. Like I've never separated from a sibling.
Oh, you've never lived anywhere
no,
without your brother.
No, I went to college for a year when I was young, and then I moved to New York for a period of time. But then when I came back, I moved right back in with him again.
Yeah.
And
But what about that time when you left Acton and moved to Toronto, downtown Toronto?
I lived with him.
Oh, he moved too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was he planning on it, or he was just like, he's used to living with you as well?
Yeah, like I've never had that thing of where I don't know what it's like to live with a sibling. I don't know what it's like to not have my brother in my house. I have no idea what it would be like to leave my house to have to go and see my brother.
How do you think you would feel if your brother said to you, "Hey, man, I'm gonna get my own place now"?
I would be devastated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he would feel the same way if you said,
I think
"Hey,
that he would. Yeah.
Catherine, Roxy, and I just bought a place and we're moving out"?
Yeah, I think he would be devastated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is it because he can't afford to live on his own?
Oh no, he can.
I think it's really nice. I like that you guys live together.
We both could
or
afford
that you
to.
live in the same house.
Yeah, like it's not for fun. It was originally when we were younger for financial reasons.
Yeah.
But now that we're older, it is 100% not for financial reasons. The financials aren't even a question.
I really like that you guys still live in the same house.
Yeah, no, so do I. I like it. I think it's good for my kid. Damn it, Maury, the list of, are there common experiences that many people have experienced that you have not?
I've never had an expensive steak.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, what do you call it? Wabi meat or whatever that Gobi meat?
Yeah.
You know the one.
It's expensive meat.
Kobe Bryant, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I have never mowed a lawn or planted grass.
You've never mowed a lawn?
Or planted grass.
You mean laid sod?
Yeah, that.
Wow. Yeah, I would say not many people have laid sod, but most people have mowed a lawn at some point.
I've lived in condos.
Right.
In apartment buildings.
Okay.
What about growing up?
Apartment
like
buildings.
your dad never
Apartment buildings.
But what about now? Like when you go to visit your dad, he's got a nice house.
I'm gonna mow the lawn.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so what else?
Okay, so I've never changed a diaper.
Right.
I have never.
Even your little brothers?
No. It's always done before I get there.
But
Or if
sometimes
it's time,
what-
they go upstairs and like I'll wait downstairs, with the cookies.
But you never even offered, like when everyone in the middle
Am I
of
supposed
chaos
to?
of a holiday dinner, no, really, huh?
I've never planted flowers.
Wow, okay.
I've never held hands and walked along the street.
You've never held hands in public?
No.
Wow.
I mean, I have hands.
No, we know that. Why
wait,
have you? Yeah.
wait. So let's say you and your husband, Dan and Matthew, walking down the street, right? Walking along the lake, and it's a beautiful summer night.
No.
And you wouldn't even try to grab his hand to hold it and just to for a stroll?
I think I would, but he's not interested.
He's the one who's apprehensive. Why is he
I
so
only
apprehensive?
recently, it's been a long time, I only recently felt his hand skin. Like, you know what I
Wow.
mean?
do you have no physical contact at home?
No, we do. But it's just
Super
like,
weird.
I recently held his hand and it was just like, oh, wow, your hands feel kind of, soft.
When was the last time you touched them?
I mean, we touch, like, I touch his forehead. I'll
But
poke
like,
his
do you ever just
cheek.
sit there on the couch and hold hands?
We did recently for like a little bit. And I was just like, okay, thanks.
Oh, you said you the one that ended it.
Yeah, I had to change the channel.
And then you just can go back and
It's
hold
not
his
like
hand?
we don't. It's just like we're that,
So
we're,
why doesn't Matthew want to hold hands in public when you're walking down the street?
because he feels that people are going to like look or point
Gay,
fingers
right?
and take pictures. Yeah.
Like,
Take
okay.
pictures.
Like, look, there's a gay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's weird. Yeah. I don't know what that would be like. And I'm not even going to pretend to try and imagine that what would it be like to have those thoughts.
I'm it.
No. I'm trying to be serious here. Like, I don't know. Like, that's one of those things that you can't relate to. That's a sort of experience that, like I've never, I mean, there were times in my life where you walk down the street and you don't want to hold somebody's hand because you don't want people to know that you're dating.
Sure.
Right?
Or you don't want your other person to see that you're with another person.
Right. Or in a couple cases in my life, she wouldn't hold my hand for fear that one of her husband's coworkers would see.
That's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, cheaters.
Right.
Okay. So, Aaron, I hope we answered your question.
You did. That was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
thanks,
listening to the show. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you
Absolutely.
for submitting your question. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz.
Woo!
Wow, easy, huh? It's because is it because he likes to date women who have husbands?
Stop it.
Roz has always been my favorite.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. By the way, I was real young when I was doing that stuff.
Like
Like
what?
real young.
Like 12?
That doesn't make it better.
No, like 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
How old were the ladies?
30s, sometimes older. Yeah.
Level up.
God, did you wear like a white t-shirt and a leather jacket and
Yeah.
drive like a sports car?
Not more. I got my license in my 40s. No, I didn't drive a sports car. And there was no Uber then, and I couldn't afford cabs.
Did you have slicked black, back black hair?
No, like I would like some of these women. Like I remember one time I was living Adelaide and John. And I was on a telephone dating line and I met a woman on the telephone dating line who sounded real hot and she wanted to meet. And I wasn't going to let this one go. I walked to Yonge and Eglinton.
Whoa.
Well, how long was that walk? Like an hour and a bit?
Yeah. In August.
Was it worth it?
In August, was it worth it? Maury, look at me. Of course it was worth it. Oh, you mean was it worth it for me? Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh my God, we love you, Aaron. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, love.
Next question.
Amanda M asks, what products do you use on your beards to make them look so good?
Oh.
I will say this because I only really use one thing, and full disclosure, they paid me to use their product or to be a spokesperson for their product. But even when that account ran out with them and they no longer paid me, I still love the product, which is the electric razor that I use is the new Wall razor. I think it's WAHL.
Yeah.
And it's the best. And I've used every single razor by every single manufacturer to trim a beard that you could possibly think of. I have a drawer full of them.
Yeah.
And when I got this one, it was a game changer.
I will say,
an absolute game changer.
So the one that you use, they sent me, like they didn't pay me for it.
Yeah.
But they sent me one.
Oh, they did? Oh, good.
And I
Yeah.
use it all the time. I
Is
use
it
it
not the
weekly.
best?
And I truly do love it over any brand name that I've used in the past. But what about like other products? You don't, I mean, you don't use anything on your face
No,
anyway.
I'll tell you what I do is, don't stop it.
Maury, grow up.
Stop it. I'll tell you.
Because he said doo-doo.
I know. I'll tell you what I do. Which is if I'm about to go on television, I'll put a little bit of product in my hair, and then I'll just take whatever's left on my hands, rub it together, and just slick down my beard with hair.
Use hair product on your face?
Yeah, just because it keeps the grays, because the grays get unruly and then
Sure.
they start wanting to escape,
mine,
right?
yeah.
So it just pushes down the grays a little,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's it.
I
I
don't know
don't
what
use
that's like.
I don't use a beard oil. I don't do any of that
I use
stuff.
all that stuff.
You do, huh?
Yeah, I
Man,
use
no, I don't.
a beard. I have a beard wash.
Yeah.
I have beard balm.
Wow.
I use.
See, I don't wash my face though.
Moisturizer.
Yeah.
Like there's like a particular company that I found. Like there's a company, I think Shoppers Drug Mart sells it, Bulldog.
Sure.
Out of the UK.
Oh, I have that.
I've used their stuff before
Their
and I
stuff's
really
great.
liked it. But then there's this company in Kleinburg, Ontario. It's all like natural products and they smell real nice. Like not an over they don't
ostentatious sort of
yeah,
over the
they're
top.
just very, very subtle.
Sure.
It's called Crown Shaving, and I just exclusively use
Really, huh?
all of their products
there you
because I
go.
just like it a lot, and I have sensitive skin, and I haven't had any type of reaction to any of that stuff. So that's kind of like my preferred.
I do a nightly mask, so that's how I look so young all the time. Of an oat mask and another mask called Drops of Youth.
Wow.
No, you don't. It's called Drops of Youth.
Drops of Youth.
Oh, bro, you need to get a refund ASAP.
Stephen Vodnikarov writes, when you sing along to a song with a female artist, do you change your voice to sound more female?
Yes.
Have I ever done that?
You don't. You do it inadvertently. Like if I'm singing Mariah Carey, you'll sing a little bit higher than if you're singing Billy Joel.
But I think that just trying to hit the Mariah Carey note may sound like that you're trying to make your voice sound more feminine, but you're just really just trying to hit a note that a woman is hitting.
Even if you're going, when a hero comes along,
I'm on the phone. Yeah, I do.
I think we all do it and just don't realize that we're doing it.
Yeah, like if
versus if you're doing a deeper, manlier song.
Yeah, I think we all do it.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I do. I guess I do inadvertently. Like I wouldn't even know. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that next time.
Kelly Belgrave asks, "Do you think you could do the show without Dammit Maury?"
Of course.
Yes. Angela says, "Who's an artist you would love to see in
Look at Maury's
concert that
face.
you
Hold
haven't
on,
yet?"
pause for 1 second.
What?
Could we do the show? Of course we could. Don't be upset about this, Maury. Of course we could do the
but
show
answer
without
should be
you.
like, no, there's no way.
No.
But we did the show without, like, we started the Roz Mocha show without you for like a year and a half.
Can you do me a favor and just lie?
No, I won't do that. No,
'cause we're
but
not
listen,
liars.
I would rather not do the show without you, but could we do the show without you? Of course we
but
could
that
do the
means
show
that
without you.
what I do is a monkey can do it.
Where does it say can the monkey do Maury's job? Like, how do you go from this to that?
No, but what I mean is like it should be like the only person that could do what he does.
No, you're the only person that we would love to do this job.
That's not true. Let's not go too far here.
You are the only person whose name Maury Sherman.
No, Maury, listen, I like working with you. I like what you do for the show.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think that you're.
But if we
an
had to do
asset
this show
and
without
you're
you-
funny. Like, are you saying that, like, if you died, we would have to cancel the Roz Mocha show?
Absolutely.
No.
Or if you decided to leave,
Would you
that
at
we
least-
would no longer do the show.
Would you? If I
or
died,
if
would
you
at
got
least dim
fired,
the music for a minute?
or if you got fired,
Yeah.
Why am I getting fired?
No, I'm
well,
just saying,
probably for DMing somebody that you shouldn't be DMing, and they're going to file some sort of harassment case against you.
Because that happened last night.
Right.
What?
I sent Roz the screen grab.
Yeah. Maury DM'd somebody.
Yeah. Who?
Hot George.
Guy from the gym.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And this
is
is
it the
what-
guy that runs the gym, or
No,
like
no,
he
this
runs
is
the
just-
class?
no,
This is just a guy at the gym.
Oh,
I thought this.
He doesn't
I thought,
work there.
No, I thought he worked there, and that's why Maury sort of had this great, like overly ambitious relationship with him because
Okay.
I've always just heard the stories of Hot George.
Yeah.
And so this is what Hot George wrote Maury yesterday.
Wait, but do you guys like DM all the time, or you
Pause.
initiate
Just
the
let me read
conversation?
this. Let me read this. Let
Okay,
me read
yeah,
this. Maury ... New text. Stop. New text. I am at work. Relax. You're a nice guy, but you message me more than my mother. So, and then I was like, Maury, how often are you messaging him? Like DMing him? And then Maury said, well, when he posts something new. And I go, but why don't you just comment on it? And he goes, because I like to know that he got it. And then I go, but why are you DMing him? And then you said,
because he's Hot George.
And why are you DMing Hot George?
Just so to get a reaction.
Right. So Maury is obsessively DMing a hot guy from the gym because he pays attention to Maury. Like he wants the attention. Maury wants the attention from the hot guy at the
What
gym.
do you think your husband Matthew would say if he were to see your aggressive nature on DM to this guy?
I don't think it's a matter of what he would say. I think it's a matter of what he would do.
No, but like in all honesty, what do you think his reaction would be?
He would freak out and he would talk like this.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never like
dude,
it's like
that's
seeking out and it's to the point of where he told you to stop. Like he's like, I'm at work.
Yeah.
You DMing me like crazy. Like, do you find that funny or do you realize that you should stop?
I apologized.
Through DM?
Well, I wrote back, I'm like, sorry. And then I'm like, ... Your mom doesn't sound that fun.
Right.
No, you didn't. Did you really?
Yeah. Show me the whole you only sent me a screen grab. Go get your phone.
The
Where's your
last
phone?
thing I wrote him. No, the last thing
Where's
I
your
wrote.
phone?
No,
Go get your phone.
Get your phone.
Go get your phone.
But what are we going to answer?
No.
Go get your phone.
We're going to spend time on this now. This is a
Follow
serious
him into
moment.
his room so he doesn't delete it on the way. Okay. Hurry up. Follow him on his way. Follow him on the way.
No, Maury, give me your
Follow
phone.
him on the way.
Unlock your phone right now. Unlock your phone right now. Unlock your phone right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, give me your phone. Give me your phone.
Go to the thing.
No, I'll find it.
No,
I'll find it.
Mocha will find it.
Maury.
Mocha's going to, this is great.
Maury, give me your phone.
Okay.
Look, I'm not.
Maury, give me your phone.
I'm not touching it.
Bro, if you don't give
Yeah.
me your phone right now, I'm calling Matthew. I'm putting him on speakerphone.
Here's the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what's his name? What's he in under your in your phone?
George.
George. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
George.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Did we even answer Kelly's question?
Yeah. This is why I didn't want to do the show without you, Maury,
okay.
by the way.
No, the question was, could you do it without
Yeah,
me?
of course we could, but I don't want to because we'd lose stuff like this. Okay, so you have Maury's DMs with Hot George from the gym.
Feel my heart.
What?
Feel my heart.
What? Ow! I just got a shock in my ear when I touched you. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Ow! How did I get a shock in my ear when I touched you?
Yeah, so according to all
Okay.
these, this conversation between Maury
Maury,
and
get
George.
back in your seat.
No, what are you doing?
I was going to read over your shoulder.
No, get back in your seat.
You know what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, my heart is pounding.
According, so Maury is always the one who initiates conversation with George.
Yeah.
I can't find any evidence here of George starting a conversation with Maury.
Right.
Okay.
How flirty's Maury?
Extremely.
I mean, on a scale of like 1 to 10.
Okay, this one I can't read. This one's like,
Just read
is George gay?
Of course.
Okay.
We'll just read it anyway.
Of course he is.
There's a part of the conversation that mentions 3 holes. I'm not gonna read.
Oh, wow.
I'm not gonna read the text. Okay.
I'm curious.
There's one here where Maury said, "You're 5 steps away from my home."
What time of day was that sent?
That was sent at 7:52 a.m. A.m.
A.m.?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Were you here then? Is that a day of the week
No, but like
text?
if he puts a story and it was a photograph like right by, like he does this, photo walk to the gym kind of thing.
Right.
That was on a Thursday, bro.
So this is what you're doing while you're here.
It takes 2 seconds to be like, you're 5
This is what you're doing while you're here.
But at least I wasn't at home sending that.
But this is what you do while you're here.
But you could
How many
Oh,
other-
here's one. Maury says, miss seeing you at the gym. And then he said, yeah, I haven't been there in forever. And then Maury said, come to a class, run with me. And he said, nah, not spending money on fitness classes. And then Maury said, sadness. Hopefully, I'll see you one day.
Oh my God. Who says that to somebody at the gym?
Nobody.
And then there's another one here that where Maury says to him, I guess maybe he posted something on IG stories of dancing, and Maury said, I want to dance.
Wow.
And then another one followed up, better question, when will we see you dance?
Oh, jeez. Has anybody more ever complain to either an authority or like a boss you had or somebody about your sort of aggressive nature of communication?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that you're aware of.
Probably.
Right. You would say probably?
I would say probably.
Yeah. To what, a boss or like an authority?
What's the difference?
You're like really flirting with this guy. There's one here where Maury's saying that he's like watching, he's like, I guess, trolling for conversation. He's like, I'm sitting here right now watching the worst movie.
Yeah.
Like trying to spark conversation with this dude.
Yeah. He wants the hot guy to go, oh, what movie's that?
Read the last text I sent before he said stop. Like yesterday.
Go down to the bottom.
The one where it says, your bed is so nicely made.
No, after that.
Oh.
Still waiting for my invite. No olives or zucchini.
Excuse me? Your invite to what?
He posted a photograph of salmon.
Still waiting for an invite for what, though?
My God. Okay. Now we get to the part where this guy's telling Maury to stop.
Because Maury only sent me what he wrote Maury. Maury didn't send me what you wrote him.
So again, keep in mind, Maury's always the one initiating these conversations with this guy.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
Maury said yesterday, 11:36 a.m.
Yeah.
They showed the first photo of the black hole today. I immediately thought of you. He said, huh? Maury said, sex joke. And then he didn't reply. And then Maury then at 1:39 p.m. wrote, never mind, because he didn't get a reply at 11:30 in the morning. And then George said, Maury, stop. I'm at work. Relax. You're a nice guy, but you message me more than my mother.
Yeah.
And then Maury said, you want to read Maury's response?
Oh, yes, please.
Did he send you the response?
No.
He didn't screen grab that, right? Maury said, sorry, I get bored during the day.
What was the black hole joke?
It was like a joke about his.
Oh. Yeah, Maury, you got to stop with this, bro.
This is like,
you really do.
if
You gotta
Matthew
stop
ever,
with this.
you sit right back down there.
Yeah, you
This is the part of this is part of the podcast where we keep going through these DMs.
It's called Ask Roz and Mocha.
Yeah, but now it's called Go Through Maury's DMs.
No, we don't have production
Listen,
for that.
Maury, 15 minutes ago, you said that you're a real big part of this show.
That's so true.
So,
wow, dude, this is...
look at now he wants us to do the show without him. Who else is in his DMs? Who else is in his DMs?
No, we have to answer all these
Who else
questions.
is in his DMs?
Angela, Tracy,
Who else do you have DMs
Danielle.
in there of? Who else is in there?
There's a guy named Ty.
Oh, that's my Soul Cycle instructor.
Okay.
All I'm going to read, we won't go through everything.
Yeah.
All I'm going to read here is Maury saying to him, not going to do a ride every day, ... sex joke. Right?
Yeah.
Like highly inappropriate.
Can I tell you, Maury, what you do that makes people that where if somebody does eventually go to the authorities, and by authorities, to answer your question from earlier, I mean like the police.
Oh.
Is not your messaging somebody or making a sex joke. It's when you make a sex joke, they don't respond. And what makes you look creepy is when you then follow that up with never mind.
And only when you say it like that.
No, I'm being honest with you.
No, but it
I'm
was
being
more
honest
like a
with you.
never mind.
No, then it becomes not fun. Then it becomes weird and
You
obsessive.
guys are making me look really bad here.
We're making you look really bad?
Excuse me? That's not us. We are just reading the absolute truth of what's happening in your life every day.
Maury,
No, but it's called private message for a
Maury,
reason.
you're married and made a black hole sex joke with a guy from the gym and we're making you look bad?
By reading it.
Oh. This was a wild Ask Roz and Mocha.
Wow.
Oh, you got your phone back? Maury's going to go on a tear deleting, so he won't be around for the rest of this section. I think we can do one more question.
No, let's do a couple more.
No.
No. Oh, okay. Danielle says, what's your biggest beef when it comes to house chores / cleaning? You guys have any of those?
Like what your partner does that drives you nuts, or just in
Or
general?
like, no,
about cleaning?
I'd say
Like-
what you like least. Like what you...
Well, I would say what I would...
least. Like Catherine will do everything in the house. My girlfriend Catherine, she is amazing, right? She will do everything in the house. She will never clean the sink, the kitchen sink.
The kitchen sink at all.
Everything will be sparkling in the entire place.
Yeah.
And I will walk in and there will be 2 inches of old rice in a clogged sink with like schmutz all over the side. And
is she afraid?
No, she just hates it. So she doesn't do it.
More than the bathroom?
Yeah.
I would think most people would hate
Bathroom's
cleaning.
easy. Squirt, squirt, and
bathroom.
then just you get the toilet brush, and then you're good.
Sure,
But
I know
she
it
just-
is pretty quick. I don't like the
Like I was in the kitchen
bathroom.
last night with the plunger in the sink.
What?
Because there was so much
How much
food.
rice is pouring down there?
There's so much food, right, on the pots that she will cook with.
Yeah.
And like oats and rice and all. She eats all this weird vegan stuff that just turns into cement once it hits water.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how the girl poos.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's her business. But I know that when it lands in the sink, it is absolute destruction. So I'm like plungering my sink last night to just get water to be able to go down it.
But doesn't she, when there's like the stuff that's left in the pot or the pan or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
does she not try to take what she can out of it and put it in the green bin before putting that item in the sink? Or she just like tosses it all in the sink?
Toss the whole thing in the sink.
Do you not have a kitchen stopper that you can then just take out and put in the garbage?
Yeah,
and then
but
put it
see,
back?
that gets clogged with rice. So
Ugh.
her response to that is to not take that out, dump it in the garbage, and put the stopper back in. When the sink's not draining, she just pulls the whole thing out.
How do you not yell at her?
What am I going to do? Yell at her, Maury.
Things are different in my house.
Yell at
I know
her.
what drives Matthew nuts when
You're
it comes
cheating?
to... No.
Oh. What?
No, that's
What?
never happened.
No, okay, I'm just a joke, Maury. It's
I know,
a joke.
but just people hear these things. No.
Oh, Maury, if that is what you're worried about from this podcast is people hearing what I just said, then you really don't get it.
It drives Matthew nuts when he's cleaning my toilet or doing my laundry and I'm lying on the couch pretending to sleep.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, I will tell you one thing, and this happens in our house
Pretending.
a lot.
Yeah.
Where stuff that we can't put in the dishwasher, right? So like some of our Tupperware or things like that, we'll just hand wash, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm washing the dishes and my wife is standing there and she's gonna like dry the dishes and put them away.
Right.
Sometimes I'll wash like a Tupperware lid and there may be a little bit of food or like a tiny, little bit of food remnant left in the corner of the lid, right? She'll be drying it and she'll be like, missed a spot and hand it back to me and I'll have to wash it again, right?
Oh,
so it's like when she does stuff like that,
Yeah.
it drives me nuts. And she knows, it's not a secret,
Yeah.
because if she's washing something and I'm drying and if there's a little bit that's left, I will just dry it off with the towel. I'll pick it off with my
Yeah,
fingernail or whatever and then put it away. I won't make a big deal. But she makes a semi-big deal of that little bit of stuff that's left on a plate or Tupperware lid or a knife, and I'll have to rewash it. I'll be like, babe, you could have just easily wiped that off with the towel that you're holding.
Does it drive you nuts when your partner thinks something needs to be done immediately, like taking
Like
the
stop
trash
cheating?
out? No, that's never happened. Yell at you immediately to take like the garbage out, like if you're watching the show or reading a book and they're like, garbage needs to be taken out right now.
No.
Like, as opposed to it can wait 5 minutes.
I know. I hear you with that. I'll tell you what Catherine does, which is the house could be a disaster, right? And the dishes on the counter, just junk everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Roxy's crap everywhere, all this other stuff. And I could have like my wallet, my keys, and my phone or whatever on the counter. And she will walk in the house to all of that mess and she will just grab the 3 things of mine that are on the counter and like put them on the shelf, like put them away.
Like that was the only problem.
Yeah, and I'm like, my stuff is the problem, right? Like it's only my stuff. Like you walked in and all you saw was my wallet and my headphones on the counter, and that
Super small items, by the way.
and that needs to be put away
In comparison
right?
to everything else.
Or I use my computer at the table, and the table is just sort of right adjacent to the living room.
Yeah.
And if I'm on my computer will be open, right? If I get up to go pee and she comes out of the office and walks through the living room, again, there could be stuff everywhere, okay? Like the kitchen could be a disaster, everything else. If she walks into the living room and my computer's on the table, she closes it up and puts it away on the shelf. And then I come back from the bathroom and my computer's closed and put away.
You're like, you didn't save anything?
Right, yeah. And I'm like, but everything is everywhere. Everything is everywhere, but it's my stuff that's the mess. Right? It's my stuff.
Well, this has been
I love it,
probably my favorite Ask Roz and Mocha.
There was no asking.
My absolute favorite. I can't wait for next week's news segment.
Called Where's Maury Now?
No, called scrolling through them DMs.
Yeah. Oh, here's another thing. We talked earlier, something that we've never done that people have done.
Yeah.
I've never used Tinder.
Oh, I've never used Tinder.
So there you go.
Neither have I.
Yeah.
No, but
I've not.
I caught you on Grindr, though. I have caught you on Grindr.
No.
Man, you're such a...
Okay. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We'll do this again next week.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com
or on the Kiss 92.5 app.